2.
Hello, friends, and welcome to episode 296 of the XboxEra podcast. We're here to discuss the latest in gaming from across the industry, but overall we're focused on your favourite platform. XboxEra is a fiercely independent and community-driven publication, and it's all made possible by our wonderful community, particularly our patrons. So big shout-outs to all of them, especially our MVPs, executive producers, and our grand benefactors, Croat56, Assassin, and Kevin S. And of course, our wonderful CEO, Torn Raptor. Today I am joined by a tired and partied out Special Nick.
What's going on?
He's still got it in him.
Barely.
In him. And reviews editor Jesse as well, of course. Hello, chaps, and welcome back. Here we are again.
Yep.
It's been a busy start to the year. There was a good week of break around Christmas into New Year's, and it's just gone.
Yeah, this is going to be a crazy time. But hey, that's all fun. Welcome to everybody in the chat. I hope you're having a wonderful weekend. Your Saturday evening / morning / afternoon / Sunday morning, however, wherever you are in the world. As always, before we get into all the topics of the week, let's talk about our week and stuff and the games we've been playing. I'm going to start things off by saying that I've been playing games that I can't talk about. 2 different things. I feel like that is the trend this week, is that we're playing stuff we can't talk about. But also, I've been a bit grumpy because I had a root canal on.
Oh, really?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
I need to have one of those.
50 minutes later, and I'm like...
Is that how long you're in the chair for?
51 minutes, I timed it. It was rough.
It's part of the reason I'm putting it off, because I need one.
Yeah. And it's like, the worst thing is they've done it, and then I've got to wait 2 weeks, and then they've got to go back.
And you got to go back.
I've got to do the next bit. So, man, last couple of nights I've been trying to, get to sleep, and, even now, I've got, a couple of little ibuprofen on standby, because, it's just achy. It's a bit achy, and it's made me really ratty. I don't know about you guys. If I've got a headache or toothache, it's the worst. I'm just a miserable bastard.
I had one point when I was working, and my brother will remember in chat, but I had in one of my wisdom teeth, which had been fine, but I cracked it on, I can't remember what it was, and it was perfect to just go right so that the nerve was exposed. And it was the most
I've been there. It's the worst pain in the world.
Yeah, it was like two straight days, and we were pretty broke. And even though we had good health insurance, it wasn't good dental insurance. And so just to go and get it yanked, eventually, he asked, and our boss freaking just handed me $300 to go get it extracted.
Man,
because I couldn't sleep for days. It was so bad.
There is no pain quite like open nerve tooth pain. I had it similar with the wisdom tooth that cracked, and they were like, yeah, we just want to pull, you get 4. Apologies to everybody for this random dentistry tangent. It's a British thing, right?
And plus, we kind of need to preamble a little bit because we have the new way we start the show.
That's true. This is our preamble, I suppose. But yeah, they were like, you know what, we're going to just pull all 4. And they were like, this is a long thing. How do you want to do it? And they were like, we can give you this drug where you're not unconscious, but you're just fucked. You are fucked up, and you're like, yep, I'll go along. It's like you've been roofied a little bit, and you're just really drunk. And I literally was like, yeah, all right, let's do that. And honest to God, I remember them going, all right, and I remember vague sounds and crunching sounds, and then the next thing I know, I'm sitting in a chair it was fun times. But yeah, in terms of video games, I have been playing. One thing that is coming soon that I said yes to on a whim. I had no idea it existed before I saw an email about it. And I'm curiously having a lot of fun with it, and I'll explain more later on this month. And then the other thing, I think, is the thing that we've all been playing. And I'll segue to someone else. Who else wants to talk now? I've been talking.
Nick said he literally hasn't played anything. I did a late night stream last night at the very least, and I played a game called Keep Driving. It is there's no real way to say it. It's a turn-based go on a road trip game, like RPG.
I saw you streaming this, and I have tried to watch it for a little while, but then you started using the voice changer, and I just I alt F4'd, and then I smashed my laptop. Yeah, but it looks interesting. So, what is this? A turn-based?
So you are a young adult, either body type A or body type B, which is going to piss off some idiots, and you are road tripping across a country. It's essentially, and I'm pretty sure it's two guys who made it. All the names are incredibly like European, like Stormberg and stuff. So I'm guessing they might be in Europe. I have no idea. Every single time you come near anything on the road, like any event, it becomes a threat. And these threats can go after your energy, your durability of your car, your gas, and your money. And so you are using abilities that you unlock during the playthrough to counter these threats. And, it's not playing the music, even though we just got $6.66 from Sherez. What the heck? Makes me sad.
Hey, thanks, Mom Sherez.
Well, I got to fix this now. But, yeah, you're going through and essentially, as you do this road trip, you're making choices. You're trying to figure out, you're picking up hitchhikers who have their own abilities, but they also have, like, their negatives as well, which isn't the most fun. But because I had a convict, and then anytime the cops were around, it was going to try and fudge me. So
wow,
you got all your pros, your negatives. I had the idiot who also had OCD, so he would take everyone's abilities.
You picked Nick up in the car?
Mm-hmm. He's got OCD, and that OCD means that he takes all the threats and just lines them up. So, like, you get all the orange threats, and then all the blue threats, and then all the red threats.
Oh, that's fun.
Like, which can help sometimes, if depending on your ability, it might take out one blue, and then an orange in the middle. So actually having that OCD trait can help, depending on the build you make, because playthroughs are supposed to be, I think, like 4 to 5 hours, but because there's a ton of different people you can pick up, it ends up being a little different every time with the quests you get and where you go, because you got this big-ass map, and you're always traveling left to right, essentially. And the soundtrack is really good. It might not be up to most people. Like, it's pretty, like, indie rock type stuff, but it was real solid. But then I'm at an apple orchard, and then some of the apples are just going to fall in the car, and I got to try and avoid that threat. Or there's a bee in the car, and you got to fight against it. It always ends up working the same way. Your inventory for consumables is your glove box. I had some chewing gum here, and this is like duct tape, and they can each take out a specific thing to help you because your abilities. It's very turn-based RPG because you have to rest whenever you can to keep.
That's a smart idea.
Yeah, it's
looks like a Volvo.
It is an 89 on OpenCritic from last year. Yeah, because I only know it exists because I saw on OpenCritic in the 2025 top games, this was right up there at a number 89 with an 89 overall.
Wow.
And I get it. High. It's really good. It's only PC right now, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's interesting. The other game I've been playing is PC only right now.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I'm seeing that more and more, like especially for smaller indie teams. Like it seems like funding is hard to get a hold of. So you're seeing developers just be like, "Yep, just get it out on PC." And if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Because I don't know, console manufacturers need to sort that shit out.
Well, the main thing with Steam is pretty much the moment they know you're real and you're going to put an actual video game up there, they never bother you again.
That's helpful.
It's helpful for you. It's not the best for consumers, though, all the time. It can be. It just, you get unscrupulous and you get weird things like sex with Hitler and a lot of other stuff because of how Gaben is very libertarian in his let everything on here policy. Hey, look, there's the idiot. So he's got a positive move that he can do, which just gives you an instant second attack. And then his the OCD trait down there. And it was also, the writing's good because he was like, oh, let's go visit my sister. I was like, all right, sure. So I went in a different direction on the map to visit his sister. And then when we get there, it's just a graveyard. And then he gives like
yikes.
he gives this really like nice, sad speech about how much he misses her and how amazing she was. Even though he's an idiot, he's like heart of gold type of guy, and it's just one of those where it's pretty funny quite often, and it's got the rogue light element of you just like while you're driving, it'll say introspection, and then you just start thinking of something.
Wow.
And like some weird scenario pops up, and depending on what you choose for the response, you then might get a different like passive buff or something. It's really smart. I enjoyed it a lot.
Cool.
I only played a couple hours.
That is cool. Heads up to Didact in the chat. Death Howl is PC only right now. It comes out on consoles in February. So
19th, I believe.
Not long to wait.
Right into Game Pass.
Nick,
Like
anything
2XKO.
Yeah.
Also out in January, a PC exclusive that's out on console in January this month. A couple of weeks.
Not long. Not long. Are you looking forward to that? Are you going to be reviewing that for XboxEra.com?
Maybe. I played it a bit on PC.
Nice. On your...
On my Republic of Gamers Xbox LAX Windows 11 handheld gaming device.
You forgot Asus. Sorry, it's not the official name.
I said Republic of Gamers.
Yeah, you got to say Asus Republic of Gamers.
Whatever.
Xbox LIX Windows 11 handheld PC
No,
gaming
they
device.
don't. Yeah, it has to. You can never say ROG or ROG.
You can't say ROG. You can't say ROG. You have
Yep.
to say ROG or Republic of Gamers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They don't like ROG.
They definitely like Roger.
But ROG is so easy.
Yeah, I know. I say
ROG.
ROG. Everyone says ROG.
ROG Ally. It's so easy.
Yeah, it's like when Microsoft released the Xbox One and everyone went the Xbone, and Microsoft were like, don't call it that,
Xbone.
and everyone was like,
Yeah.
we are all calling
Xbone.
that.
The Xbone.
Xbone.
It's like how X is like, it's not Twitter anymore, it's X. No, we're calling
No,
it
it's
Twitter.
not. It's still called
It's
Twitter.
I don't know if it's true, but I think Asus was like Pegasus. It's
Really?
Asus Tech, but everyone just says Asus. So who cares? They already chose a dumb name.
That's right.
Man. What about other video games, Nick? Or is it the case you've not played anything and just the thing?
The new
Well,
Fortnite
no, just
season?
the game. Just the game. I'm not. I had a quick game of Fortnite with this. I'm not interested in skins where because the character is so small, they put them in a robot. Like they did for
Yeah.
Bart, they did it for Lisa. Now they're doing it for the South Park kids, and I'm like,
It's hitboxes, man. It's the hitboxes.
I'm not interested in that. It doesn't look good. I have no interest in those skins. I did, however, get the Stick of Truth. So there's
Nice.
the Stick of Truth in Fortnite, and it's a very interesting power that it has. When you get the Stick of Truth and you activate it, that's you pinpointing where the storm is going to end, where the circle is going to finally end.
That's cool.
So I'm like, God, you can really exploit this to give yourself an auto win. So I only had time before I had to go to this this Greek nightclub that I went to last night. I had a few games of Fortnite, and I got the Stick of Truth in my final game and marked a location where I could get up high, and I ended up winning. Because
Wow.
you could
What a
just kind of
dick move.
cheat it. Yeah, you could just kind of cheat it, and then I won the game. I'm like, man, the Stick of Truth is OP. It's great. But yeah, other than that, just the game that I'm not allowed to talk about yet.
Yeah.
Not even next
Isn't
week.
Like fun. Yeah, still can't talk about it.
Next week's. I almost wasn't going to be on next week, but I think I can be. Because the week after I'm not on, and I was like, oh God, am I going to miss the show 2 weeks in a row? But no, the wedding I have to go to doesn't start till like 1 p.m. So,
Oh,
as, long
okay.
as long as we don't have a super long show.
Oh yeah,
You
let's
won't be
dip if
around
you
for
have to.
298. Yeah.
Yes,
Next week's
298 I won't be
297, yeah.
around for.
Okay, Asante,
298
if you're
I'll be
watching.
there for.
No, I want Rand. But Rand's going through some stuff, so maybe not.
You can
Maybe
always
Kate.
ask him.
Yeah, I'll ping him, see if he's around. Because,
Yeah.
but he'll probably be like, ugh, John, block.
Yeah.
You know?
Maybe.
Can't blame him.
Maybe.
But okay. So outside of that, the only other thing I'll mention, video game wise, is the lovely cat who is getting to grips with playing video games. And I think one of the biggest challenges, and I think anybody watching, listening, or even the panel here would all agree, is that if you've never really played beyond the kind of Mega Drive era, if you never got to grips with those twin sticks, like, it's alien as fuck, right? And if you're not young and you can just get it, it's hard. But she has been evolving her skill set, and she's now decided to take on Indiana Jones and the Great Circle.
Oh, really?
It's a good one.
She loves art history and mythology, and she loves the indie movies and the IP.
Giants.
And she likes good puzzle, and she likes throwing Nazis off of balconies. So combine all those wonderful things. And I said to her, well, it's a really good one because it will teach you pretty much everything. If you can complete this, you'll be able to play any game. And I think we could all agree with that, right? Like, because it's got, you can manipulate a character in 3D space, you're understanding puzzles, you're understanding...
Oh, maybe not any game. I still think she would struggle with a third-person shooter.
But maybe. But I would argue that the camera movements and the way that you aim is still the same.
I know
Third
it's
person's
similar.
easier than first person. A lot of people who haven't played any before, they get thrown off more by first than third.
But it has been charming watching her play it and struggle, but also really try and also really enjoy it. And it has got some good assists for people that are perhaps unused to that sort of thing. So it's also, God, what a game. I really hope they make it.
Get her into Doom the Dark
I need to go
Ages.
back and finish it.
You should. It's such a cracking video game. But hey, you know what this week is all about. Xbox this week finally announced the long-rumoured, long-discussed, and long-confirmed as of like a Matt Bootier interview in December, the Xbox 2026 January Developer Direct, which has now become an annual tradition for Microsoft, kicking off the year in video games in a big way. And it's an interesting bill of participants this time around. We have the double feature from Playground Games with both Forza Horizon 6 and, at long fucking last, Fable.
Can't wait to review it.
And we have Game Freak, a third-party developer.
Someone last week in the chat brought up Beast of Reincarnation. No. Someone in the chat was like, maybe Beast of Reincarnation might be there.
Yeah, me.
I think Jesse
I literally said it in the show. I said it last week.
He did. We've got to give him his props. He called it.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I didn't say it would be. I was saying that.
No. As in when we were trying to guess what would be there.
Mm.
Yeah. Interesting. And it is interesting that, like, it's obvious they're never just going to have 3 games. Like, it's obvious they're going to have 4 games.
Everyone's already leaked exactly what the 4th is going to be.
Yeah, it's so frustrating to read that out. Like, I appreciate the funny... Like, I appreciate the hint and the subtle joke for those that are really, really in the know. But then I've seen a content creator just be like, it's this, what do you think? And I was just like, okay.
Oh, is it kind of officially out there?
People are just talking about it nonstop, yeah.
Yeah, like, I don't know if chat wants us to talk about it or not. Like, we can if you want. Like, I mean, it depends how much you care about this. I don't really want to yuck someone's yum. I don't want to ruin a surprise. But official reporting came out via VGC that it was a third-party indie game, and then they corrected that statement
and said
with the correct information a little bit later on. And then
it's the type of thing where it'd be a smaller game, so it makes sense to not make it a big promotion thing, especially if it's going to be out sometime soon. Like, it was going to be out pretty soon. It's a thing people have heard of like 50 times already, if you're tuned in at all.
So it really is going to be that game.
I don't know. Like, that, what we saw originally, I love that we're talking in code and we still haven't said what it is. What we saw originally from that, like, game jam was like, I think back in 2017, 2018, maybe that far back. I can't even remember how far back. It was a long while ago. And it was an interesting concept, but, you know, like, I would never underestimate this team because they make really cool, unique shit. So who am I to judge? I will just wait. And that's, of all of the discussion that we're going to have, the one thing that I would say is that immediately with a lot of this, preconceptions are already forming about what X is going to be, what Y is going to be, how C is going to play. And then when inevitably some of those things don't come true, oh, it sucks. You know, like, does anyone else vibe with me on this? Am I alone here? Like, I get it's all part of the discussion and stuff.
Can't stand insider culture, and it's like when I think it was the day before this that Colt had that video about how it was going to be like these 6 huge things. It's like freaking showcase level.
Clockwork Revolution and
It's like, man, I get why. I know the YouTube game. I understand it. But like, we don't do it for a reason, because like our YouTube channel would probably be a lot bigger if we did, but it would be bigger with a very different community. I don't appreciate. I also don't get the fact that there are people who work in the games industry and are known in the games industry, and they are on forums just leaking shit nonstop. It's the weirdest thing to me.
It is weird. Like, and I'm not judging, but like, if I was
It's surprising.
a person's employer, I'd be like, we're partnered with several of those studios. Will you stop leaking their shit? Like, shut up. You know?
One good thing is Beast of Reincarnation did get a much better looking logo, because in that trailer that just played, it's just like Arial font at 15 or something. Now it has an actual logo. It was in Phil's LinkedIn friggin' post where he... it's weird. That post is only on LinkedIn, where he's just and it shows the new 25th anniversary logo that everyone hates.
Yeah, I don't love it, but it's, you know,
it's not as easy to work off of as oh god damn it! I almost hit the room rail button. People would have been very excited.
Nick was like,
yeah,
just flying up.
Xbox 25, and then at the end of it's just him saying it's going to be a great year with our anniversary with Fable and Halo and Gears and Forza all coming out. With Nick still,
the logo's not that bad.
No, it's fine.
It's fine.
You can't do as much with it, because the 20 had the 0, and then they just put the Xbox logo.
There's only one thing wrong with that logo, and that's that the outline's too thick. Aside from that,
an actual logo for
fine.
Beast of Reincarnation. Oop, get back! I want that logo.
I'm talking about the Xbox logo, by the way.
Yeah, I know. But also, this is new. This had never been seen before, and it looks a lot better than the literal
it's nice.
black on white Arial font that they had before.
Yeah.
The game looks cool as shit.
I will never not find it hilarious that this is the same team that makes the Pokemon Switch games. Everyone rips those games for looking like absolute arse, and then shit developers. Acting. Yeah, shit developers, fucking this, that, the other. And then you look at Beast of Reincarnation, it's like, was the team the problem, or was Nintendo and their hardware the problem?
Or was it that they're constantly expected to churn out this massive
That's why I'm saying
game.
Nintendo. Yeah. That's why I'm saying Nintendo's the problem. Like,
or the Pokemon company, whoever is in charge. But
yeah, whoever is fucking meddling and
they've never had voice acting, and if this one has like good voice acting, people are gonna lose their shit.
Imagine if a Pokemon game got like that level of fidelity and depth. People would go
so good.
Fucking bananas, right? But
all I wanted was a Pokemon game that looks like Blue Dragon. I'd be happy with that.
Yeah, fair. Really
just
nice
looks
and
like
stylized,
Blue Dragon.
timeless.
Yeah. Really nice lighting and Blue Dragon to me. Blue Dragon is what Pokemon should have been on a home console.
Yeah,
it's so good.
Fair. And
the main people to blame are Pokemon fans.
Yeah.
Because they keep buying.
Yeah, as N630 says in the chat, a zillion copies sold. That is exactly right. Yeah, doesn't matter what they look like. They'll just yum them right up.
They're still good games. I'm still playing Legends ZA. They're still good games. And yeah, I mean, it's not the greatest looking game, but it's functional.
Not out to yuck.
They were not functional later in the Switch life, though.
Unless it's multiverses,
Maybe not.
in which case I will yuck that. Yum.
You killed that game by yourself.
I did. Now, Developer Direct, January 22nd. So less than 2 weeks. It might
just be me and you co-streaming that, by the way. Nick's in Sydney, and
I'll be in Sydney.
Ursul's flying somewhere, he said.
He is flying somewhere.
Yeah.
That's true. Okay. That's all cool, because, I am very excited to see this. Let's talk about each of the games that we've got on display. Let's talk about Beast in Reincarnation?
Beast of Reincarnation.
I always thought that name is strange because of the it's too many syllables. But what do I know? What is this game, Jesse? What is Beast?
We don't know exactly how it's going to play. So they're calling it
Okay.
an action RPG with one woman and one dog, or one man, one dog. I forget what they said. You can probably choose between body type A and body type B, and then everyone loses their fucking mind. So not a ton known about it, even though like it's really seemingly close to coming out now. It was announced for Game Pass right at the off and Play Anywhere. We've seen the lady, we've seen her dog, we've seen a real bad frame rate, so it looked real.
Yep, it's real footage.
It's very fast in comparison to Souls games. So even if it is a Souls-like in its setup of gaining currency to level yourself, losing it on kill, having to gain it back, having checkpoints that spawn enemies in the world when you use them, like the Souls trappings that can kind of go on almost any genre now, as we've seen. Combat-wise, does not look like some dodge roll slow heavy game. This looks very fast, more in the vein of Wuchang or even more like even Bloodborne wasn't nearly this fast. It was more focused, but maybe it's parry. No idea. They've literally only called it an action RPG, so it'd be really useful. And God, this they hadn't had the logo done yet, so you just got this. Yeah, no idea what the story is outside of it's like, I think it's like 4,000 years in the future or something. So it's like post apocalypse. I'm way into it. This fucking guy.
Well,
he's muted.
It looks gorgeous, and I have noticed there as we watched the end of that trailer that it only said Xbox PC, and Xbox
It's on PS5.
Cloud.
They had
It is on PS5.
It
Okay,
is.
cool.
It's on their YouTube channel as well.
I was gonna say that's unusual nowadays for Microsoft to ignore the biggest platform in the world.
You know what's bad? I
Outside
didn't
of
actually
PC?
read the blog post to see what it says about the game. I forgot.
Whoa! Big shout out to NoonRS for Vidya joining an XboxEra YouTube member. Appreciate you.
Nunaris for Vida.
Thank you very much.
That also works. Thank you.
Yeah, there's really not
Appreciate
a lot. It is in this thing. It's join us as we delve into. Oh, sorry. Hold on. Join us as we delve into Game Freak's intense one-person, one-dog action RPG. For the first time, Game Freak will reveal details of our protagonist Emma's innovative plant manipulation actions and gameplay with her canine companion Ku, lady only. In Beast of Reincarnation, a profound and dangerous world unfolds in post-apocalyptic Japan. Discover the development secrets behind its creation in the Developer Direct. That's it. So, still don't really know much about it other than it looks cool
Sounds
as
fun.
shit.
Yeah, I'm in. I'm on board.
Yeah.
Happy to check this out. So we've got Beast of Reincarnation. That's cool. Now we've got the big guns, the two of the four horsemen that apparently internally Microsoft are referring to this year's combo of Halo Gears, Forza, and Fable.
That's the OG.
The OGs.
Pillars.
Before
The
I go
OG
into
pillars.
this, did anyone see the really weird AI-made Fable Lady, Master Chief, Marcus Phoenix video going around on Twitter?
Yeah.
Where the Master Chief literally cups
They're
the
hanging
breast.
out and talking and stuff like that.
It was so cringy as fuck.
Is it the
Like, I
one
was
where
like,
they're
why is
talking?
Master Chief copping a feel? Like,
Because
Is it the one where the
point
four of them
AI.
are like talking or whatever, and they're like, "So we think it's going to be a great year for Xbox."
I
Well,
have
with
no
that one,
idea. It made me cringe into a different dimension.
that's the
At least
one
it
I saw.
wasn't, teenagers being undressed by Grok. For a
Yes.
change on Twitter.
Yeah,
Fair.
which they've had to adjust now.
well,
No,
the
you
UK,
got to pay for the. For the
Yeah,
right.
you got to pay for it now.
Ah, well, okay. Well, that makes it all better.
Yeah, no, it actually makes it worse. But people are like, well, at least you got to pay for it now. It's like, yeah, that's worse.
I don't think
When
the
you, go
UK
to a,
actually
when you go to a strip club, you have to pay.
threatened to.
Yeah, there's not 11-year-olds
ban
at a
it.
strip club, Nick.
Yeah.
God,
And the
That was
women
bizarre.
want to be there, you would hope.
bizarre.
That's debatable.
Yeah, I know.
All right, what one do you want to talk about first? Fable or Forza?
Yeah, there's not a ton about Forza outside of. I think people are sleeping on the fact that Japan's really big. Like
Yep.
the whole island chain of Japan's pretty huge, and it's very diverse. I am real curious. One thing I think Assassin's Creed Shadows.
It's not as big as Australia.
I mean, few things are, but that's also...
And they compressed Australia pretty well.
Yeah, but the very middle part of Australia, not a ton there.
It's desert.
Yeah, so I'm real curious if they have anything like Assassin's Creed's like wind tech, because Japan's weather systems are pretty chaotic at times, and it is like the land of earthquakes. They just happen nonstop there. Yeah, Tim Sweeney really sucks. He's defending Grok. How dare you censor Grok? Like, shut the fuck up, Tim. So I am curious. They say for Forza, the Forza team from Playground Games will share a deep dive on the much-anticipated Forza Horizon 6 as the open-world racer takes the players to the beautiful and contrasting landscapes of Japan. The segment will deep dive into a very first look at gameplay, including reveals of new features, and how Japan comes to life in this stunning new installment. Outside of that, we have no idea about it, other than it's just going to be a racing game.
Yeah. I mean, they mentioned new features.
New features?
Yeah, like I'm wondering what because we've had seasons, right?
Mm-hmm.
We've had seasons.
I'm hoping for proper street races.
Yeah.
Like proper, tight, narrow Project Gotham style. I was just talking about it on Gaz's show. Like, I just thought about the possibilities for DLC. And I'm like, imagine you have like literal Project Gotham DLC. And you label the DLC. Forza Horizon 6 presents Project Gotham Racing. Forza Horizon 6 presents Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift. Forza Horizon presents whatever. And you have... Because you know how in Forza Horizon 3, how they sort of segmented little mini islands, like the Hot Wheels one and all that sort of stuff. So imagine you just have a little island, and that's where your Project Gotham DLC takes place, where it's all these closed-circuit, tight street races, just like Project Gotham Racing. They own the name. They own the Project Gotham name. So I think it's a cool way to bring that back under the Forza Horizon... label, banner. I just think the possibilities are, man,
it would be good.
And hopefully they really tap into even the older Japanese car culture with a lot of classic Japanese sports cars, like classic Celicas, classic Preludes, Civics, Skylines, just the whole lot, man.
What if I was to tell you, they have, in the original announcement back at TGS in September, they actually talked quite a bit about the cities. The Forza Horizon 5 Hot Wheels DLC helped us develop the elevated roads of Tokyo. And they talked about how, while we're not announcing much in terms of detail right now, we're excited to show fans the true breadth of beauty, both natural and urban environments that Japan has to offer, from the neon lights and towering buildings of Tokyo City, one of our most detailed and layered environments to date, to the serenity and natural beauty of Japan's rural and mountain areas. So it sounds like they want to have, and obviously when you're in a city, it's going to be much more regimented, because they've had city driving, but I don't think the last one really had a ton of like closed city tracks where there was it Edinburgh in 4? Like their little mini Edinburgh.
That is the most American. Please try again. That was very close.
That's how everyone says it here, so I'm not going to say it again.
Edinburgh.
Nope.
What?
Edinburgh.
Oh, Edinburgh. Yeah.
Oh, I said borough instead of borough. Really? That was
because we have Greensboro here. We have Greensboro here and stuff like that. Yeah. I've just heard it referred to as Edinburgh before as well.
That's Americans. That's Americans doing that.
Is that Americans that do that?
Edinburgh.
Yeah, I didn't know Americans said
that,
Edinburgh.
Everyone says Edinburgh, which is barely off of what you just said. Pedantic. You're not even Scottish.
Oh, yeah.
You don't know nothing.
Oh, yeah, Didact 3. I was just talking about that with Gaz. He was talking about Initial D and those classic Japanese racing games. And Initial D was in the arcades as well. Yeah, Initial D, DLC, or as Sutness said, Initial DLC. That could be cool as well. with the classic Toyota Sprinter, as it was known in Australia when it was imported here. Yeah, I have high hopes for Forza Horizon 6 because Forza Horizon 4 I barely touched. I reckon I played it for half an hour and I was out. Forza Horizon 5. Forza Horizon 5 I never played. Forza Horizon 2 I never played. I did play the Forza Horizon 2 Expandalone, the Fast and the Furious one, which was incredible. Forza Horizon 1 is still my favorite, the one in Colorado, the original. And 3 was great.
3 was great. 4 was better, but worse if you're anti-map puke, and then they hid the map puke in 5. So 5 starts out, and until you, like, do a bunch of stuff, like, I don't do any of the street races, so they don't just show up all over the map until you start leveling them, then they start flying out there, and they really, by the time the map is puked on, you've done so much stuff that you were expecting it, which in 4 it just immediately spams you.
But I don't get why they went away from the structure they used in the first game. I thought the structure in the first game was perfect.
Because it's just gotten more and more successful because it's what people want.
It just...
There is possible that.
I know, but like the first Forza Horizon, it was still ultimately, quote-unquote, open world. It wasn't... You could drive anywhere. But it just... I felt like the way it drip-fed you all the missions and stuff, you never felt overwhelmed. It felt a little more linear, even though it wasn't. I just thought what the original was structured perfectly. I just thought it was so good. And it looks incredible on a Series X because it's enhanced. So it looks fucking ridiculous for a 2012 Xbox 360 game.
I mean, you think about how ridiculous Forza Horizon 5 looked. Like, genuinely phenomenal graphically.
Oh, and that's held back by Xbox One.
The Xbox One. Yeah. This is the first time that there will be no Xbox One version, right? So
I'd be shocked if it doesn't just look real.
Yeah.
If it doesn't just look flat out real.
I wonder if they'll bring things like... Yeah, I think Digital Foundry made a fuss of it when they were doing the Hot Wheels stuff for 5. Like, they had ray tracing on the cars in the trailer, but then they showed actual gameplay footage, and Digital Foundry were like, there's no ray tracing in the actual game. I wonder if now's the time where they'll be able to do some of that stuff for real.
Well, there is ray tracing. I don't know if it wasn't ray tracing while playing.
In-game,
it was
like,
in
the
like
way
a
that
Forza
it was
Vista
displayed.
mode, I think.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, it was in-game ray tracing, and it was like, But, I mean...
This is one.
The thing with Forza for me...
Yeah, and look how good it looks on a Series X.
Forza Horizon 2, I really loved, and I played a ridiculous number of hours of that, and I was like, holy crap.
I should play it. I've never played it.
It was genuinely great. And then 3 was good, but I have to admit, and this is more open world fatigue than a criticism of the games, is that with each successive Forza Horizon, once I've gone through all of the ridiculously silly over the top race events, I run out of steam. I'm like, I've had my fun. I'm not a big racing guy anyway, but at that point I'm like, yep, okay, I've seen everything I need to see. So I'm curious what they have this time around, whether that's going to change, whether that's going to become more addictive for me, or whatever the case may be. But
if it's a lot more city focused in certain areas, I think that'd be a nice break from the I'm just driving around this weirdly empty version of Mexico. Because, man, as much as I like Forza Horizon 5, it did feel a bit like the, Ghost Recon version of, was it Colombia? Where it's like the entirety of Colombia is just like desert and a few office buildings here and there. Like there was no real cities and people, even though there's, a lot of people there. So I am curious because the city driving culture of Japan is what people always think about, and I'm happy to hear that they have focused so much on it. But it'll be very interesting to see like if there are actual giant cities that have really cool tracks and shortcuts and how they work all that with their also with the new driving model, because the driving model in Forza Motorsport is way better than what Forza Horizon 5 had. The issues with Forza Motorsport is at that point, are you simulation, are you arcade? And you can, you turn a lot of that off for Horizon by default anyways. But now when everything's doing that and you are actually in cities more, how is it going to feel off road as well? I'm real interested, and I'm going to feel bad again because I will steal that review from our normal race car review man. They can have the technical ones because I don't know any of the technical stuff.
It's like
it's going to look so
random racing game tangent. One game that is in racing that I really want to try because I was a big fan of the originals was Carmageddon Rogue Shift, which is out like next month. And I think PlayStation Blog had a recent blog post on it. And the more I see of it, it's a rogue light racing game. So you're racing. If you die, okay, you level some stuff up. You try and go again and again and again. And I'm like, I really want to play this game. Like I loved.
But then you're also traveling too much.
Yes, that is the.
And one of the main things I need to figure out how to use this chonker, the friggin' KD3 from Turtle Beach. This thing's insane, but I don't have a desk that can actually clamp it and hold it because it torques so hard.
Yeah.
So, I'm hoping I can figure that out.
Time to build something. I mean, seeing as you're showing off tech, like if you missed headlines, Ordiz sent me the Maxwell Odyssey. Sorry, they sent me the Maxwell Pro 2, Maxwell 2. Look at it. It is fancy as fuck. It's really nice.
And look, John,
expect a review very soon.
The first one that I got from them came back fixed. The right ear stopped working, and it's the exact same one because it has the exact same scratch, but they fixed it. Sounds perfect.
That's awesome. I'm glad they fixed it. Okay, Forza Horizon, great. Now let's go on to the biggest unknown.
Yeah.
I was just going to say, I can't wait to see what it will look like with a bunch of neon everywhere at night.
And if it has the ray tracing that Motorsport had with that.
Yeah. Just a bunch, like even the original Forza Horizon when you were in Colorado and it looked good at night as just you showed in his footage, and that was a 360 game. Like imagine this game is not being held back by Xbox One. They can fully take advantage of everything the Series consoles have to offer.
It's being held back by Series S.
Oh yeah, of course. And all I'm imagining is what it's going to look like at night in the inner city, full of just fucking neon signs and shit.
Will you be able to put all the neon shit under your car so like it's constantly
they have to.
It's going to be all that customization, right?
And the whole lighting system that they put into Motorsport, especially now that they made it a little more saturated, so people are happier. Like I cannot imagine how good
they need to go all out for the music licensing and get all the right songs. Like Gaz was talking about that Tokyo Drift song. It's in Rocket League as well. I'm sure there's going to be so many fucking Hatsune Miku liveries, whatever the fuck they're called.
Liveries, yeah.
Liveries. Everyone's going to make those skins, but like there's just so because you are in Japan. You have a chance now to like
celebrate that place,
but not just the place, but even I feel like they have so many crossover opportunities now with all these Japanese publishers like Sega, like Capcom, fucking Konami, and just fucking go all out for it.
Here's a question. Now, Callus L's in the chat said, why not do a team review?
Yeah.
Team review, right? And like that is one thing that we have discussed is this year, code permitting,
especially we
would like to do more getting everybody together where we've all played something. We have like a panel like discussion, not a podcast like this where we talk a little bit about it, but the whole whatever we do is just dedicated to chatting about the thing we've all played and talking.
And there'll be a lead reviewer who does like the majority of the article writing and video, but also when we can, having other people write their entire section and voice it and have all that would be really nice if they'd ever be nice enough to give us multiple codes.
Yeah. But we'll see. We'll see how 2026 plays out for us. But it's on the cards.
Bash Video Editor, Godzilla in Forza Horizon 6. Like, imagine an event, a Godzilla event.
They've got to do a Godzilla event.
You run into a lot of issues with licensing when it is big enough though. They might be
Fortnite can do it.
Fortnite controls the industry, and also it's gone. So anything you put in there Like even the Godzilla DLC in Day of the Diver was you have 6 months or so to buy it and install it, and if you uninstall it, it can never be installed again. So if it is an event like that, I think people would have to be ready for it to be time limited. And like it's
That's
just,
okay.
Yeah, that type of thing, which I don't think they've had a
better
ton
than
of
not having it at all.
Yeah.
It's better than just not having it, and you have this event, and you're driving along, and Godzilla's like fucking walking across, and he fucking breaks open some of the road, and you've like, oh man, so many.
I don't know if they have destruction
like,
tech for the road and buildings, but that would be really cool.
It
could be so
fucking good.
What's the thing you can drive into and explode? Because it was cobblestone like walls in England, and then it was cacti in Mexico. And so I'm curious what it's not gonna be like those friggin' Torii gates, because those are sacred. You can't even climb on them in Assassin's Creed. I'm curious what Japan might have. I have no idea.
Cherry blossom trees.
It's a full tree though. Maybe you just get hit the little sprouts.
Maybe.
Bonsai trees, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Man, the potential is high, and like it ain't going to be long, and we're going to be dealt a delightful, giant deep dive with full of glorious footage and things to pull apart and analyze and be excited for.
I'm super like I haven't like the past Forza Horizons. I was obviously biased and very excited for.
You
the
hate
Australian
Mexico,
one,
we all know it.
but I wasn't overly excited for the UK or Mexico. This one, I am fucking because everyone has wanted Japan since the first one. Everyone has wanted Japan, and for years everyone's like, "When are you going to Japan? When are you going to Japan?"
Yeah.
I wonder if because they knew it's so big about the cities and everything, if they wanted to get to this level of tech, like to be able to properly do a city like that.
I mean, maybe, but. Maybe they were also waiting for like, I don't know, like Forza Horizon is now arguably, or maybe not even arguably, the biggest racing game on the planet. Like Forza Horizon 5 is already a huge game in terms of pretty much every metric you want to think of, whether it's MAU, whether it's sales, whether it's money made, whether it's whatever, active players. 6 has the potential to be so ridiculously fucking big because everyone wanted Japan. Everyone wanted Japan.
And for the first time, mate, it's going to be on everything.
I wouldn't be surprised if it still ends up on Switch too.
If they ever give them the dev kits.
Forza Horizon 5 runs incredibly well on a standard ROG Asus.
Yeah,
Asus
Ally.
ROG. No, you got it backwards.
Whatever.
Like, hot take, I wouldn't be surprised if the Switch version is the highest selling.
I mean, I know
why?
I would see myself playing a lot of it on a handheld, for sure.
You know why the Switch 2 version could end up being the highest selling? Because what does Switch have like it?
Mario Kart World.
Nothing. There are no real, genuine, especially AAA, serious racing games on Switch.
Yeah, Ubisoft never
There's
put like
nothing like
Motor
it.
Crew on there, or Motor, whatever the hell.
I don't think they put the Crew on
The
there.
Crew Motorfest. Yeah.
They didn't put the Crew on there.
The Crew
did they?
Motorfest is pretty good. It's not the handling system's not my favorite, which is a big thing for a racing game, but it's not bad. It is.
Yeah, the Crew 2 is not on Switch, so there's nothing like it on there, and I feel that the Switch audience would gobble it up, especially being Japan. It would do gangbusters in Japan on Switch 2.
It'll probably be biggest on PC.
The question is,
I don't know, man.
Forza Horizon has traditionally been rated incredibly well, like one of the best reviewed games every time it's
But it
come
doesn't
out.
count.
The one that cracks the 90s.
Right? Will it crack the 90s this time?
I'd be
Because the
shocked
culture
if it doesn't.
Well, bear with me here. Culture's a little bit different nowadays. I'm just saying there's a lot of people that would,
But it's multiplat now.
yeah, but a lot of very anti. What if they use generative AI to?
It's
Just
really
don't
funny.
say you use
It's
that.
not in the
Don't
news.
say you use this.
It's not in the news, but it has been funny. Like all the Japanese companies that come out, like, "Yep, we're just looking into AI, see what it can do, see how it helps us. We've been working on it, see if it's any good." Don't hear shit. But then like
everyone's like, "Yeah, sweet." It's that meme. Thing, upset face. thing Japan. I'll never understand it. It's so weird. Oh, shit.
I think a lot of it also comes down to the way IP is looked at in the West versus globally. Like IP and what you create is precious and it's only for you, and it's not always been the case everywhere, and it's definitely not. It's one of the main reasons why so many big AI companies are like, we just got to kind of steal everything, because otherwise, like China and Japan and all them are just going to do it, and then we'll fall behind because we didn't steal everything. So, I don't know. It's all a mess, and a lot of it is very valid, mixed with performative. And that's always frustrating.
I think it'll crack the 90s. 90. I'm going to say 90. I'm going to go out on a limb and go 94.
I'll wait until we see the game.
That's a smart move. But let's talk about the other one, because Playground Games are finally breaking cover. Nick, let's talk about the elephant in the room here, Mr.
There is no elephant.
Let's talk about the elephant. 2027. Let's talk about it.
Is that what I said? Is it?
No, I'm yanking
you said it could, and you also think it will.
Yeah,
I said what I heard was that they may push it to 2027 for more polish and more time. That's all I ever said. Since then, I just continue to maintain that I think it will be 2027. The fact that it's at this direct means nothing. So was Avowed last year. That was at the direct. What year did it come out?
Yeah, okay, fair.
But Avowed also did delay, as they said. Maybe they were lying, because their initial release date was so ridiculously packed. And then a couple games from that release date got pushed back to their next release date. So
Fable could have the same excuse. If Fable's plan was to be fall, where GTA 6 is, they may turn around and go, well, shit.
That feels more like out of the way of that. Like Halo felt like the one that was going to be November, around the anniversary. It definitely feels like Forza's first, and probably the only first half, whereas Gears might be summer, like July, August, and then Fable's like September, October, and Call of Duty's late October, like Black Ops 6 was, and then Halo's maybe early November. That would be my guess. Based off of nothing other than the fact that everyone on the planet says Forza Horizon 6 is late May.
Yeah.
That's the rumor. It's like April or May or something.
Yeah, and it's a rumor for like a year.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. We first had someone tell us about Forza, the next Forza's like spring of next year, and at Summer Games Fest last year.
Yeah.
And then everyone started leaking that it was going to be announced at Tokyo Game Show, because nothing can be a surprise.
Yeah. Nothing can be a surprise. That pissed me off so much, man. Because we sat on that for 2 weeks. We were like, what's the point? It's out in 2 weeks.
And it was Forza.
We had paperwork and screenshots.
Oh, yeah.
It would be announced at TGS.
About that for a while.
And then we were like, well, that's just an announcement, and why would we want to ruin that?
Yeah, because it was just an announcement and not like a big showcase. Here's what it looks like, all type of stuff. And so everyone's like, oh God, can't wait to see Forza, when the announcement, because it was only Tokyo Game Show, was supposed to be, yes, we're coming to Japan, to let the people of Japan know that, and not a big deep dive like we're getting. Oh man, this game looks good.
But yeah, let's talk about Fable, because I'm excited for this, and that's unusual because it's potentially a large open world RPG, and that's not normally my jam.
Which is why I'm not overly excited for it.
I have a very fond set of memories for every Fable release, even 3, which was the worst of the bunch.
But
there was so much. Yeah, to a degree, maybe, but there was so much potential, but it was surrounded by this kind of like janky, nothing felt great, frame rates were poor, but the seed of this idea, but more importantly, the world and the feel of the world and the freedom that it allowed you to do. A lot of people very nervous that you're going to get locked into play as this lady in the trailer.
With
apparently conjecture is no. There's male and female. Like, we'll find out if that's true. But, you know, all the things that I would consider to be integral to a Fable game are, according to the scuttlebutt, present and accounted for. You know, like your actions determine whether you look.
Would you like me to
evil.
read the blog post that may have put many people at
Yeah,
ease,
go on,
I think?
put some echo effect on. And
Playground
get me more
Games welcomes players back to the fairy tale land of Albion with the first in-depth look at Fable. One of 2026 most anticipated titles, devs from Playground Team will unveil the magic and mischief that awaits players in this fresh new... Oh, I'm going to do the Ryan McCaffrey voice. In the fresh new beginning for the franchise, including a first look at some stunning new gameplay. Of course, the core themes of Fable will all be there. Choice, consequence, drama, and action. British humor, and of course, chickens. All reimagined for existing fans and new players alike. It's the radio thing. When you're trained at the Connecticut School of Broadcasting.
That's remarkably uncanny, and I hope Brian takes that in the good humor that it was intended.
I think he would.
Yeah, like the Britishness of it in particular is, you know, like, and I want to be able to be the one that reviews this because I'm going into it knowing I normally don't love open world games. So am I going to enjoy this? Am I going to suffer from the same pitfalls where I get overwhelmed with fucking map icons? Are Playground going to go that route? Like, what do you think Fable is going to be? Where do you guys feel like this is going to land?
Nick had heard. You would hurt. No, you're not. If anyone, it's if we get 2 copies, it's me and John lead.
I mean, my question is, the originals were very arcadey.
Yeah.
You know, with people, it's not really an RPG in the sense that we
in
often
what
look
way?
at.
They're more binary unless you're building stats and XP and then leveling up very specific. Like it wasn't Dungeons
the combat
and Dragons.
is just mash X for blade and Y for magic and
Well, not
B
really.
for arrows.
The stats were there. They were just hidden. And they guided whether you became evil or good.
True, but the gameplay was very arcadey for an RPG. So we've seen some snippets of combat. It certainly seems more involved. Like, how involved do you want this to get? You don't agree that the original Fable games were arcadey in approach?
No, I don't know if I agree with that.
They 1,000,000% were from the RPG standpoint. They were incredibly light RPGs.
You had melee attacks. You had ranged attacks.
Yeah,
you
they
had
were action
magic.
games.
We're
talking about RPGs.
Yeah, they weren't
attacks,
turn-based.
Nick.
They weren't turn-based, but that doesn't mean it's not an RPG.
So, Nick, I'm not saying it's not an RPG. I'm saying the gameplay feel is arcadey in that they were one-button attacks that never varied. You just spammed. If I want to do a sword attack, I spam this button. Like, there's no depth to that combat. It was very. You just press the
year
buttons.
2000 and
No.
Yes.
And this game's
3.
lead combat designer is the guy from The Witcher 3.
Oh shit!
It won't
be
be.
good.
It's not going to be dancing
be
Geralt
bad.
Witcher stuff. I imagine.
Isn't the combat in The Witcher one of the weaker parts?
That's why I'm like, could be good, could be bad.
Yeah. It's also quite different having range and having different types of magic.
That route?
Yeah, because the magic in The Witcher is very specific. Witcher 3 was the most generous with it, but like The Witcher, it was very much about getting ready and having decoctions and having, like, you had to rest, and it was very involved in its original combat stuff.
Yeah, I mean, in the end, Playground
Doesn't
has
even
earned,
matter.
a Playground has enough credits in the bank where people probably should have faith that this will be a pretty good game.
Yeah, that I can agree with.
It said coming 2025 at the trailer end.
Ooh, bit wrong.
Again, obviously they're a racing studio, so the fact that they're doing an RPG does change things slightly, but Playground has generally been synonymous with high quality, so
And
no reason to believe it won't be at least a very, very competent RPG.
Jez, in his solo show for Rand yesterday, was talking about how they've spent a lot of money on very good talent from the area for building up that second team.
Yep. That's it.
I don't think it's going to be an enormous Witcher-like. It's their first game. So hopefully, I think they'll aim lower It's also like the thing with Starfield, where Starfield was the first game in a new franchise, so obviously it's not going to have all the depth and the history and the notoriety of it that the 5th Elder Scrolls or 6th Elder Scrolls or 4th Fallout game end up having. Like it's brand new, even though it's bringing back an older IP. It's an IP that's been dormant for over a decade, even longer really for a mainline entry. It will be very interesting to see what is the loop. How long is it? Like, if it's some 15-hour thing, people are going to lose their shit about it. That's just what everyone does.
What do you mean in terms of...
It's going to be a $70 game, and if it's not like a 50-hour long
if it's not a
big
40-hour RPG.
Yeah, that you can play for 200 hours if you really want. Like, it's not going to be that, I don't think.
Yeah, that's a good point. I do wonder. I haven't thought about that.
We'll find out soon.
Didn't we get a super chat from good old Collingwood earlier?
Yes.
Via a tip.
Yep. I'll put it into the private chat for you real quick.
Appreciate it.
You see, $3 US. There you go.
Well, there you go. And the timing is quite good because, we were talking about Fable. We should have mentioned it earlier. Do you think they'll announce a Switch 2 version of Forza and Fable at the Dev Direct? Also, they need to recreate the Itasha anime skins and Decotora truck culture. Also, the Honda Motocampo. They need to do all of it, good old Collingwood. And I wouldn't be surprised if at the Dev Direct they say, and, for the first time, we're bringing our games to Switch 2. Both Fable and... I don't know about Fable, but Forza Horizon 6, they'd be insane not to put it on Switch 2. I still firmly reckon that would be the best-selling version, the Switch 2 one. Just because of how rare a game like that is on that platform. Like a serious, proper, full-on racer. Like AAA racer. Well, they've got his kart games.
Yeah. And Andy Robinson did say on the VGC podcast that he believes that Fable is day and date on PlayStation 5.
That would be interesting because I do not believe it's day and date. Yeah. I'd be really surprised.
He was told that they have been working on that version for a long time, but the Forza Horizon 5 is delayed just because it just was not going to be ready. That's what he said.
Yeah, I'd be super in. Like, I'm not saying he's wrong at all, but
I'd be surprised too.
Also, he could be right, and I'm just going to infer a little bit here. No, I'm not going to do that publicly. Actually,
wow.
He could be right. He could be right, and I'll explain why after the show because it's not really fair to call that out publicly. It's a dick move. It's a dick move. But yeah, maybe I would just be surprised considering that. Forza Horizon isn't, and they've already publicly been like, it's not going to be day one.
There's the console warrior you can go for. So Fable got delayed on Xbox, so it could ship day one on PlayStation. He didn't say that.
Dun dun dun.
He
Never
said
know, maybe.
He had inferred that they had been working on the PlayStation 5 version for a long time. So. Because you immediately jumped into the PlayStation port hurting the Xbox fan side of things with
me.
No, I'm answering Iron Mike.
Oh, okay.
He said, "How is that console warring?" And I said, "That's where the console warriors are going to go with it because you're like, well, this PlayStation port's hurting Xbox fans."
I guess.
When you immediately jump to that, that's what I think.
I'd be surprised.
Oh God, Tom Henderson.
Yeah, he was in Gaz's chat earlier. I'd be surprised if it got delayed for the PlayStation 5 release. I'd be surprised if that's the case when they've been so open about Forza Horizon 6 being, Forza Horizon 6 isn't day one, it'll be there later. I'd be surprised.
And I don't know that it's resources away from the Xbox version, because normally it's porting studios you're working with. Maybe the porting studio for Forza Horizon 6 just wasn't ready or available early enough. You never know. We don't. That's also one of the issues with insider culture is you don't get the context on almost anything ever. And if you do, it's generally from like 1 or 2 people. You're not getting it from a lot of people who would know. And yeah, he's never in ours, Nick.
Yeah.
It's funny. I don't know, chat. Which game are you more excited for? Can we get a poll up? Which Playground game are you more excited to see? You more excited to see Forza Horizon 6 in Japan?
You want to get your poll up?
I want to get a poll up.
Oh,
We'll see what the chat thinks. Yeah. Are you more excited for Forza Horizon 6 heading to Japan, as long has been requested from fans, with all of the fanciness that could be involved in that, all of the cool lighting, as Nick mentioned, the neon, the cities, the urban racing, all of the possibilities? Or are you more excited to see the return of a franchise that has been dormant for like a very fucking long time?
Okay. Ready to poll.
And never really truly realised the promises of its original creator. Like, are they going to throw the nod in where you plant an acorn in the introduction of Fable, and then we'll come back later and it's a fucking tree and it grows over time and all that shit?
And it's absolutely meaningless to the game.
Absolutely meaningless, but one of those things that was promised and never fucking happened.
And it's funny how everyone got excited about that, and no one sat back and
grow
thought,
a fucking tree.
Yeah, and no one sat back and thought, who gives a shit if I can grow a tree? What is that going to do in the game?
Yeah.
There was also a super chat from Ashashin. Any idea what their third secret project is, fellas? I didn't know that.
No,
Playground
somebody
had
saw
third
a
secret
job
project.
listing for a guy who joined Playground last month, and he just wrote undisclosed project on it. But like an undisclosed project could be almost anything. There's
Maximo.
No, it could be an internal demo, just something you can't talk about publicly. Like
but I want it to be Maximo
at Playground.
Yes.
Okay. Capcom and Xbox working together.
Hey,
just
I wonder
desperate.
if, speaking of undisclosed projects, let me send a quick DM.
And Bash Video Editor says he works on trailers. So, yeah. You can say, I'm making a trailer for Fable at the June showcase on your LinkedIn, as an example. So, I would highly... It's been a lot of time and a lot of money to make a second team. I would be really surprised if they had something else like that.
Like, I don't know what the point of this comment is, but Zach EKMX, like, Fable is a cult classic. It will have zero impact for Xbox brand. But what if it's a really fucking great RPG, which is all the rage nowadays? People love RPG games, especially if they're good. Like, what if it's just a fantastic fucking video game?
Doesn't move the corporate needle. I don't care.
Like, I just, it could be really good. I hope it's really good.
Fable's winning the poll. That's disappointing.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, the hardcore fans know where it's at. Like, I would argue, though, that, like, Beast of Reincarnation is an unknown. So, like, until you know what it is, can you get excited? Forza Horizon 6 is a known. Like, we know it's going to be excellent, but Fable just has all of this potential that's yet to be realised. And we've seen these little tantalising glimpses of good shit. So
the problem with Fable is that there's an element of they're on a road to nowhere kind of thing. Like, the expectations are so huge that I doubt they could possibly live up to them.
I mean, maybe in our small group, but like The Witcher 1 did okay, The Witcher 2 did all right, and then The Witcher 3 was one of the biggest goddamn things ever. Like, you never know. And
no, I know. I'm just saying.
Yeah, like, who knows? I don't even know that, like, what are fan expectations? Because when you go back and actually play the Fable games, like, they're good. They're pretty good.
They're not like the best.
I like the first one.
Yeah. The first Fable was pretty damn good. And then the second one, this is all right. And then the third one, you're like, this is okay.
To me, Fable, the first Fable, was just Xbox's Zelda. That's what it felt like to me.
Yeah.
It was just Xbox's equivalent to Zelda.
I think that's a fair thing to say. Because, like, is Zelda known for its, advanced and deep combat mechanics in any particular way?
Not at all.
Right? So I think that's an absolutely spot-on comparison, to be honest. Now, where Zelda excels is in the world and in the other mechanics that they bring into the game, like all the puzzle stuff and
Dungeons and
all of that. Now the question becomes: have Playground Games risen to the challenge? Have they, considering it's the first attempt, and we heard throughout the last...
I feel for them a little bit. The
pressure is on.
It would be immense pressure on them.
Yeah, for sure. Because we've heard about all the problems they had throughout development. Oh, they trying this engine and trying that engine, and this didn't work, and blah, 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 blah. And it's like...
And didn't the team, please correct me if I'm misremembering this, and maybe I am, at one point, didn't they have, what's his name from Santa Monica there running it? That team?
I don't think so.
And that's why I said maybe I'm misremembering. I could have sworn at one point they had someone from Sony Santa Monica or something like that running that team. I don't
know about running. I think they've definitely hired developers from various big studios, but I don't know of anyone particular of note that was running.
Do you know who the game director is?
No idea. Interestingly enough.
Are we all looking forward to the inevitable grifting on Twitter over this game?
Whoa! Yes.
Are we all excited?
Can't wait. Can't fucking wait.
God. So we briefly touched on the mystery, but not that mysterious fourth game.
Mm-hmm.
We did.
Fucking dickheads in the chat. What's his name? Tom Henderson. Do you guys think there will be a fifth game? We know the rumors of a fourth. Reporting of the year saying it will be either a first or third party game. But each dev direct has been 5 games.
Some fucking shade thrown there. Holy shit.
I wasn't thrown. That was bazookaed.
Wow.
That was Phil with his Series X bazooka.
That was wet willied.
Will there be 5? I mean,
Nick's Square Enix game. He guaranteed
Square
would be
Enix. There. Yeah, that I confirmed would be there.
I don't think so. I mean, they could move it around, but when you look at the key art is very much. There are 3 things being shown, but we've kind of got this entirely set up for an extra space here on the bottom left. If you look to the side of Game Freak, there's a big old block that particular third-party, first-party game could fit into.
You know what someone brought up, and I don't think it would happen, but when I said, possibly Square Enix, game I completely forgot about was Kingdom Hearts 4. That'd be pretty big. If Square did... Yeah, I don't give a rat's ass about Kingdom Hearts 4. I've never played a Kingdom Hearts game.
I think it would be too big for this.
Yeah, maybe. You might be right. Yeah, you might be right on that one.
It'd be cool.
Because I'm like, if Square was there, everyone is saying that apparently that Final Fantasy IX remake was canned or something like that. That's what I was reading online. So maybe Kingdom Hearts 4 makes a reappearance via this direct. That'd be a pretty big deal.
What rumored game are you even talking about, Tom, sorry. For a fifth game.
It's that rumored game. Yes, Tom, I said that just on Gaz's show. Maybe Tom just copied me.
Oh, probably.
That's what I said on Gaz's show. If it is that rumored first-party game, I'm hoping Microsoft has the wherewithal to understand that
wouldn't be the end.
maybe don't end on that game.
No.
Start on that game.
Wow, he's just yelling it out there.
Yeah, I know. Maybe start on that game, because what will happen is I feel if you end on that, people will go, oh, that Dev Direct was shit. It was shit, even though it had Fable and it had Forza Horizon.
I wouldn't be
6,
shocked
if
it's
shit.
Beast Reincarnation, secret game, Playground.
Yeah, maybe that.
Oh, I thought you were talking
That
about a
might
fifth one, Tom. You said that if it ends on the secret thing, it was like...
Yeah, he asked about it.
Yeah, you asked about
Well, I
fifth.
guess we can talk about it now because Tom's put it in the chat anyway.
Sorry, everyone.
Sorry. Tom ruined it.
Yep.
The rumor is Kiln. Double Fine's Kiln. That is the rumor.
Jez talked about it quite a bit yesterday, which is it is a game from a game jam a while ago where you essentially create your little multiplayer fighter, and then it's very physics-based on how you actually fight.
Is that what it is? I thought I just assumed Kiln became Keeper.
And this is from going
there's
on
nothing-
9 years ago.
Different directors.
Ah.
Yeah,
The
so
question is Kiln Tim Schafer's? Because I'm trying to... I might be misremembering, and I don't want to attribute words or a quote to Mr. Schafer if they were not accurate. But from memory, when I spoke to Tim, when I got to preview Keeper at Gamescom, I asked him, like, what are you working on? And I think he said something along the lines of... he mentioned, like, you know, I'm writing loads, and like he mentioned kind of narrative to suggest, you know, like
that. Yeah.
So is that does that sound like that Kiln demo that we
'cause
saw?
Kiln was
5
very much
years
you're
ago?
building and shaping a multiplayer fighter, and then it's a big physics thing. And this concept video is from 2017 from Playground.
Oh, I didn't know Kiln was a fighting game.
Yeah. Physics, I think Jez was saying it yesterday, where it's like you make your fighter, and then it's like a physics-based thing. Smaller project. I
they
think
definitely,
it would,
they definitely can't end on that.
I-
They cannot end on that. I don't care how good the game
They
turns
won't
out to
end on
be.
I don't know.
That
I
is
wouldn't
not a
even worry
game you
about
end
it.
a show on.
They won't end
Yeah.
on it. They'll end on Fable.
Yeah, it would have to be Fable.
Yep.
It would have to be Fable.
Like,
Or,
and people
Kingdom Hearts 4.
like Tom in the chat saying I was going to say they will do Kiln. If it is, I don't know. And then they will end slate come up after the date section rubs out and we get a preview of Gears. I think Gears is pretty much going to be the
June showcase.
June showcase direct after the showcase. It will all be about Gears of War. That's my gut feel.
Yeah, there's
Like,
no
if
way
it's
they
not
do
here-
Call of Duty again. Even though
Yeah,
a
if
big
it's
Call
not
of Duty.
here, it's gonna be Gears at the showcase, which is fine. Like, I can wait because they'll probably turn that around pretty quick. If they're showing Gears E-Day off in June, my gut says that if Forza Horizon 6 is May, I would imagine Fable would be maybe like Indie was, a very late end of the year December game.
You're running right into Grand Theft Auto's November 19th.
You are running into where do they put them then?
That's
Where do
what-
they put those games?
I said it earlier.
2027.
You got May for Forza, July or August for Gears, September, October for Fable, late October for Modern Warfare, and like very early November for Halo.
Oh, you can't put anything in November.
But Halo's
You
just
can,
a
but it's just a
placeholder.
remake.
But
It's just a
early,
remake,
yeah,
bro.
and it's early November. Like
Yeah,
it's,
put it just before GTA and you'll be fine.
yeah.
The
You give it a
only
couple
thing you
weeks
can
before
put-
GTA.
Oh, wait, no. Jason Schreier said that GTA 6 was going to be delayed. He said
Oh God, he's gonna yell at us when he's on Luke's show on Wednesday.
The only thing you can put in November up against GTA is COD. That's the only thing that can go toe to toe.
I don't think they'll bother. I think COD would be late October, mid to late October, like Black Ops 6 was.
Yeah.
You're not going against the Battlefield
February-
or an Arc Raiders again, so
February 2027. Fable.
For GTA or for Fable?
Fable.
Fable, February.
Mate, GTA is going to be May 2027.
Mate, Fable's going to be the shadow drop.
Yeah.
Shadow drop at the end of the
It's
show.
out now. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
Can you imagine the stones on Xbox if they were just like shadow dropping their AAA
Surprise
fucking
drop.
RPG? Oh my god, that would be so funny. They end on Fable and then they goes release date.
Out
Today. Today. And everyone's like, what the fuck?
no, it's like, I can't
retailers are
review
like,
it now. I've got my kids.
What? It's like the Sega Saturn. Retailers are like, what? You didn't say anything to us.
Oh, man. I can imagine Kiln being a shadow drop if Kiln is there. He's like, yep, out today.
Yeah. Killed would be the one.
We're out very
Yeah.
soon.
Yeah.
Because they're, as of now, they don't have anything scheduled, but from the rumors, they don't have anything very early in the year. And their big hitters will probably be late, but much like last year, we probably don't know most of what they're going to put out.
Yeah. And like we've had our Game Pass January wave 1, like it's dropped. We know some bits, but there's no first party in there. We've had an extra secret one appear yesterday. What do we have? We have Mio Memories in Orbit is a day one Game Pass Ultimate game.
You can look forward to a review from me on closer to its launch.
Nice. We had a couple drop the day before the announcement. We had Brews and Bastards on PC. We had Little Nightmares Enhanced Edition. But I think the only Star Wars Outlaws is coming to Game Pass, which is great.
Nice.
Yeah, the big two
And My
were...
Little Pony.
My God.
Yeah.
Can't even remember.
Yeah.
Resident Evil Village.
Yeah.
Resident Evil Village, My Little Pony, the original Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster, Star Wars Outlaws, Mio are the new additions for like brand new coming out bigger things, but there is also
Rematch on Premium.
Yeah. So joining Premium were Atomfall, Lost and Random, The Eternal Die Rematch, and Warhammer Space Marine Mastercrafted Edition. I did poke fun at Mike Shaw for choosing Atomfall joining Premium as the image he chose, and he got mad at me. Brews and Bastards, which has a handful of reviews on Steam, but people say it's pretty fun, joined Ultimate and Premium, Little Nightmares Enhanced Edition. And then out of nowhere, one of the most wish-listed games on Steam, which I have to pull up again, the trailer of it, a very Eurojank-looking Devolver Digital PC-only game that I don't remember the name of. And I just
Quarantine Zone: The Last Check.
Yes, Quarantine Zone: The Last Check. It is Papers, Please, but like zombie
I've seen
apocalypse.
this.
Yeah, it was a
Yeah,
big
you're
streamer
scanning
demo.
people for like zombie infection and shit, and making sure that
you
they
hit them with mallets in the elbows to see how they react. You dissect brains. It is like one of the most anticipated Steam releases, and then it's out on Monday. And out of nowhere, it's like, oh, yeah, by the way, Friday night at like fucking 7 p.m. Eastern. Hey, it's coming to Game Pass PC. Just
wow.
Like that. I was like, oh, okay. Jesus.
That's awesome.
Yeah. No console info. It just said PC Game Pass. They didn't even have like the normal blog post or anything.
Just a tweet.
Just a tweet. I can't find key art for this game anywhere. Like, it is the most... even though Devolver's doing it, I think they came in late. Because there's like no press kits, there's nothing about it, but it looks fun. And these games end up
that gun is like a Grok gun.
Yep, just undresses them before your eyes.
Just undresses everyone.
Okay, that's got me. Someone should make that a Grok gun.
And then when someone is a zombie, you take them out back and you
hit them in the balls.
Yeah, you would go execute them if they're a zombie, mate. Like, just line them up against the wall.
I like
Double
that.
tap.
He's just donking people on the head, then hit them in the nuts.
That is so clever. What a great idea for a video game.
And you're building
That's
up your
really
whole
smart.
little area and upgrading it, so it's also got like the management stuff that people always like, because I'm guessing it's European, because this screams Europe to me.
That's racist.
No, it's regionist.
But yeah, so outside of that, we've talked about the Dev Direct. We've talked about what's coming to Game Pass. It wasn't the only thing coming to Xbox this week, or at least it was spoken about with Xbox, because the lovely Jez Corden dropped a behemoth of an article that...
the gaming industry, even though most of them did not properly cite him.
Yep.
Jez Corden.
Jez Corden like that. But we'll be back to talk about it after this brief message.
Yep, and this is new, so I'm just going to tell people, sorry, we got to do our promos mid-show because we just start the show right off the bat now.
We do.
See you in a minute.
This is Console Wars the Card Game. Featuring more famous video games than you can shake a stick at, Console Wars finally allows you to win a war you've been fighting and probably losing on the internet your entire life. Quit being a keyboard warrior with the warm embrace of anonymity to protect you. Now you and your friends can fight on the front lines, battling for incredible franchises, exclusivity, and eventual victory. Collect some of the most famous video game franchises of all time. Protect them with loyal and frighteningly dedicated fans. Brave the volatile video game industry. and claim the ultimate victory in the console wars. Your favorite video game making mega corporation needs you. Enlist today. Head to consolewarsgame.com. Pick up a copy of Console Wars the card game, outshine your rivals, and prove that your platform reigns supreme. Out now. This is XboxEra. We're an independent, community-funded publication focused on providing the best coverage and discussion of your favourite platform, Xbox. With best-in-class forums, a kick-ass Discord server, and awesome merch, XboxEra.com is your destination for the best news, reviews, and features focused on what you care about. With shows like the Xbox Era podcast, headlines, and a whole heap of Patreon-exclusive content, we're proud to be an independent publication completely funded by you. If you value having an outlet truly focused on your preferred place to play, you can become one of the cool kids by supporting us directly via Patreon. Just head to patreon.com/XboxEra. You get cool swag and awesome perks, and we get to keep doing what we do. Become a part of the best Xbox community on the internet and help us grow even larger. Thank you for your support.
1.
There you go. That wasn't so painful, right? That is the way we do things now. But yeah, if you're enjoying the show, do hit that like button. And if you really love what we do, you can support us directly by heading to patreon.com/XboxEra. Before the break, we were just talking about Jez Corden from Windows Central, who dropped an absolutely monster article that laid out everything he'd heard for Microsoft and Xbox's 2026 and all of their plans. And there is a lot to unpack, which caused a flurry of activity across every other video game website on the internet as they raced to make 1,000 articles out of Jez's one. I actually saw him tweet out me watching everybody else get more clicks on their hundreds of articles than my article. We did it too, but that's the nature of the beast, and Jez knows that.
When I wrote him, I linked him at least 2 times and said, go read for even more down here at the bottom. So.
Absolutely right. That's the way to do it. But let's talk about everything that Jez spoke about in this article. And let's start off with the tidbits of all the different plans Microsoft have. The first one on the bucket list here is Fallout. Now, I want to start with this one and call out a couple of comments I've seen in the chat this evening, which was around the countdown that's currently going on the Fallout TV show website that seems to suggest at the end of the season, people are attributing Fallout 3 Shadow remake drop is going to be there. As I understand that is not the case and it's not linked to a game, but what do I know? I don't think we have any theories about what that countdown is.
The game adaptation newscast in the chat mentioned something about a pin on the Amazon Prime page relating to the
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's
so there's like a green page with all these different icons on, and one of them has a countdown that is literally running. And when I last checked a couple of days ago, it was like 27 days.
It ends when the finale comes up.
Yeah. So
I haven't started watching season 2 yet. I need to watch it.
I'm going to wait until it's all out and binge it. So no spoilers in the chat, or I'll be mad.
How many episodes is it?
8 total.
10. Oh wait.
8. Okay. 8. Okay.
Yeah, they gave me 6 for review, and said you can do a season review. I'm like, no, I can't. I don't have 8. I don't have 7 or 8.
Yeah.
Oh, Machine XP in the chat. I actually got Console Wars, the card game, delivered to me the other week. Can't wait to play it with some of my buddies soon. Appreciate you. Thanks for the support. The little card game that can. It actually did all right over Christmas. You know, sold okay without any advertising because we can't afford any. Apart from here on this show where it's free. Ain't life grand? Yep. The Game Adaptation Podcast says the pin is where New Vegas is. So is the hope and dream here that there's going to be a New Vegas remake Shadow drop?
No.
I doubt it. According to Jez, he talks a lot about Fallout.
We've talked about the reality show.
Yeah.
The potential reality show or whatever.
That might be what it is.
It's probably that. Because Jez said Bethesda doesn't know what it is. So I would highly doubt it's a Bethesda game.
There you go. They take a bunch of the worst influencers imaginable and put them in a Fallout shelter and kill them off one by one.
Then it's one of the best shows ever made.
Yes.
But what did Jez talk about Jesse, what did Jez tell us about Fallout? What has he heard? What's going on?
Well, we had he mentioned how Todd had talked about it, like Fallout's their biggest investment, or one of, like, essentially, because Jez said that Fallout 5 is greenlit, a Fallout 3 remake is real, and a Fallout New Vegas remake. And I would imagine that much like the Oblivion remastered, it is a remaster and not a remake. Because as much as everyone would really like a remake, they're simulation-heavy games. You remake that, you're essentially making a game that a very specific studio uses a very specific engine to make that most people aren't, like, trained on or know how to work on. And you have to make sure everything works because it's simulated and it's not baked like most games are. So I would assume Code Violet. You almost had me, Machine XP. It's a 44 on OpenCritic, the first PS5 exclusive of the year. I would assume that 3 remastered and New Vegas remastered would be graphical remakes with Unreal Engine 5 running on top of Creation Engine or Gamebryo, whatever they were at that point. I forget. Funnily enough, New Vegas does have better gunplay than 3, but it's still way worse than 4. So whatever they could do to make that gunplay better, especially you don't miss because of stats anymore, would be a really big help for 3. I'm all for, but yeah, I would expect it's in the Oblivion vein, especially because Oblivion sold 10 million copies.
Yeah,
the remaster.
And a couple of my mates like played Oblivion. It sucks up their lives for like 150 hours.
Mm-hmm.
We were looking at their stats at the end of the year, and they were like, "Holy shit! I didn't realize I played that much."
Yep.
Like there is an appetite for those as remasters rather than remakes, anyway. And if they're the game that they know, but everything just looks fantastic, they'll be in.
Yeah.
People will buy
And
them,
with
people
the
will
quality
play
of
them.
life stuff, because there was good quality of life changes to Oblivion. So like,
Yeah,
I played it a long
100%.
time ago, and I'm playing this. It's the exact same. It's like, no, it was definitely better. Performance wasn't great. So hopefully Unreal Engine 5 is in a better spot. But like the base game logic was Gamebryo for Oblivion still, and then they just went in and they touched up the UI and they touched up how it felt and all that type of stuff. But it was still the original game in the long run. And being able to bring those games, like especially New Vegas, I don't think is playable on PS4 or 5 or anything. So having those available for bigger audiences and better preserved with way better PC versions, like all that stuff would be really good. And I doubt any of it is close.
Yeah, like, and if they, Fallout 5, it's going to be, because Bethesda, the main studio, Todd Howard says he wants to direct the next Fallout. Elder Scrolls 6 is what they're working on right now. I mean, we're not going to be seeing that until, 2029?
Yeah, it would probably
maybe?
be 2027 for Elder Scrolls 6 would be the earliest. So you would think 2032 for Fallout 5. But it's the Resident Evil thing of bridging gaps with remasters and remakes.
Yeah, and that makes sense. There's a lot of criticism out there that Microsoft's failed to capitalize on the popularity of the Fallout TV show.
They sure have.
But game dev is what game dev is, right? You can't plan this stuff like you can.
Their games are still
Often.
all available, and they've sold really well. Like every time the show comes out, Fallout 4 and 76 see huge player spikes. So
Yeah.
at least it's still there.
Yeah. And the Ghoul is in Call of Duty now, so
They're all in.
They're all in.
Lucy's not
Okie
viable
dokie.
yet. And also they redid Endgame so that there's an area in Endgame that is just like a Fallout radiation area with ghouls and a bunch and power armor
so cool.
and stuff that's really cool. Though Mike Ibarra said that it was shit because it goes against what Call of Duty is. And it's like, no, the Toon skins were what they were talking about. The Toon skins completely broke the art style. Fallout stuff looks really cool. But speaking of trying to coincide with a TV show, alongside the Fallout stuff was Wolfenstein 3 in the works, according to Jez, looking to coincide with the previously announced Amazon TV show. And I think that show was essentially announced or leaked well before any casting had even begun. So both would probably be pretty far out.
Yeah.
But it's
and
exciting.
it was then confirmed by Kotaku.
Further corroborated,
Yeah.
if you want to
That's the
be
one.
legally good. Because nothing's confirmed until the company
it's
says
real.
it. Yeah.
But I mean, I'm happy. I love all of the Wolfenstein games, so I'm definitely happy to see a new one from Machine Games. Please.
323 in this chat says the Fallout TV show is actually successful, unlike the Halo TV show. Despite what you think, Halo Season 1 was unbelievably successful on Paramount. You might not like it.
Didn't stop it from sucking.
Yeah, but it was incredibly successful. I don't think it hit as big a cultural zeitgeist because also like...
Oh, it could have been so... Don't even get me started on the Halo TV.
I know.
Don't get me started on wasted potential.
But also, and the Halo... Todd in an interview was talking about how it was over a decade to get this TV show made. So, I'm very happy they did.
Yeah, it's great. And I can't wait to watch Season 2, which I will watch when it's finished airing in entirety. Same thing I'm going to do for The Pit, which if you guys have not watched The Pit, you
My wife is
absolutely
watching
need to. It is fucking incredible television.
On streaming services.
Yeah,
What you should
services.
watch,
HBO Max,
what
yeah.
you should watch is your like, because I know Trav's watching on Apple TV Plus, another fucking banger. Your Friends and Neighbors with John Hamm.
You probably already did, but also I actually canceled Apple Plus because no one was using it.
Holy shit. Your Friends and Neighbors on Apple TV Plus it's where the meme comes from. That I said, come on, baby,
It's pretty good.
till the lights on. Oh man, that show is so like I watched Pluribus and then switched to Your Friends and Neighbors and like, man, this show is so much better than Pluribus.
Everything's
I
always
was like,
comparative
holy
with him.
crap.
Always an A versus a B.
Man, it was fucking
Noted.
hooked me straight away. And I was like, the beauty of getting into a show late is that every episode is there. So
I love
you
it.
could just binge them all. And then all of a sudden, I see a tweet. So Apple has capitalized on the meme, puts a tweet out with him dancing saying, Season 2, April 3rd. I'm like, fuck yeah, we don't have to wait 2 years for Season 2. Yes! So fucking excited for Your Friends and Neighbors. Brilliant premise. John Hamm, fucking just,
Okay.
like it.
Nick's happy.
I just loved it. I wanted more episodes. I just loved it. Loved it so much.
Okay.
Such a great show.
I will check it out.
Yeah, you definitely should.
Now, do we think Wolfenstein 3 is going to be before we get a sequel to Indiana Jones?
No,
Do Wolfenstein have...
No.
Does Machine Games have two teams? Do they have an A and a B team?
I don't know.
I assume
There's
so.
also the rumors about it moving to Quake for their next game, and would Machine Games be helping with that because they had done so much with Quake recently with the remasters of the originals? So I have no idea. Also, they had the logo in one of their... Was it in the Indie Dev Direct? I think it was in the Indie Dev
I don't
Direct
know.
on a whiteboard.
Yeah, it was on the whiteboard, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Failsafe guy, you really do. You have to play Indiana Jones. It's fucking
It is.
brilliant.
It's a fantastic game. It's a genuinely great game.
What else do we have? Jez broke some news about Ninja Theory. And interestingly, he kind of broke some of it actually on the XboxEra podcast like 2 days before. So when I saw his article come out, I actually linked back to our show where he expanded a little bit more in that.
Technically, he had said it on his solo show on Rand's channel the day before, and then he reiterated it with us.
Cool. So, yeah, Ninja Theory, working on something new, more combat.
Before we jump away from Machine
focused.
Games, supposedly Machine Games working on a Rainbow Six Siege-like multiplayer game. That was in there.
That sounds weird.
Really?
Yeah.
Don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah.
Like, any multiplayer project, I'm immediately like, unless it's like the best fucking thing ever. It's risky. It's risky. Because
It's all about
just
scope, too.
fighting. Yeah,
If you're smart
true.
about the scope and it's not super expensive, like, you never know.
You do never know. But yes, Ninja Theory, Project Mara is not so much a project as more of a concept rather than a actual game. Whether it could become a game or not, Jez doesn't know. Paraphrasing here.
We
Please
talked
go
about
read the
that last
article.
week on the show.
We did, and then he brought up a lot of this info. I'm just reiterating it and that whatever Ninja Theory are making, whether it is Hellblade 3 or something new, it will be more combat focused and more gameplay filled.
Without losing the cinematic stuff that they really did well in Hellblade 2.
Yeah. We also got tidbits about a StarCraft third-person shooter.
The return of... He didn't say StarCraft Ghost, but that's what StarCraft Ghost was. A very bad third-person shooter they canceled. But people wanted a good one, so maybe this one will be.
Third or first?
Third.
Because I had information on a first-person shooter fucking years ago.
Oh, it's probably gone then.
That's probably gone.
Because they've got their deal with Nexon. Nexon won the bidding to make StarCraft things. So is it... He also... I think he talked about a StarCraft RTS as well, of course. But the big thing was a third-person StarCraft shooter. And then people started saying, it's going to be at BlizzCon, which I do not think he said.
Yeah.
But that is just the way reporting,
because there was a something on LinkedIn or something like that about a Blizzard unannounced FPS PvP project. I'd heard that was StarCraft.
Interesting.
Years ago. Probably got cancelled.
Wasn't StarCraft the first game to be featured at the Olympics or something?
I don't know.
No idea.
I don't know.
Something like that rings a bell. I'm sure it's famous for that. Aside from being StarCraft, of course. But anyway.
Oh, wow. That was actually a rumour mill. Episode 107.
Watch somebody still make a report out of this.
God. We had details on new Age of Empires.
In Unreal Engine. Moving away from, I think it was Relic's proprietary one. That was hard to work on.
Really?
Well,
I wonder how, presumably, obviously, World's Edge is the team that leads Age of
World's
Empires
Edge,
projects.
he thinks.
Have they expanded to be a big enough development studio on their own? Are they still partnering with other teams?
I don't remember because I read the whole thing a couple days ago. What I remember is it would still be them partnering with someone he doesn't know who.
Interesting, yeah. Because obviously, my current knowledge of World's Edge is that they don't have the scale. I wonder if Adam Icegreen is still rocking at World's Edge. We haven't spoken to Adam in a very long while.
Get him on and ask him what they're making.
Yeah. Adam, what are you up to?
Yeah, I'm sure he'll tell us.
Off air.
Probably not even off air.
No, he wouldn't.
Yeah. And I'm trying to think of anything else of note.
Probably when people yell at us in chat. I don't remember.
Was there anything in the article about the fact that he smells?
What, Jez?
Nice.
Yeah.
That's mean. What are you being mean for? We love Jez Corden.
Well, I didn't say bad. Maybe it smells good.
Yeah, maybe it smells
That's
like
right.
roses.
I just said smells.
Yeah.
I didn't say
inferring that it means
I
bad.
didn't say stinks. I said smells.
Oh, it does
You
smell delightful.
At BlizzCon,
You can smell fantastic.
So these were, I thoroughly expect to see new expansions for Diablo 4 and World of Warcraft or alongside World of Warcraft's The Last Titan at BlizzCon 2026. I wonder if we'll get invited to BlizzCon. And I can't imagine they'd fly us out there.
No.
Nope.
Ain't nobody paying for us.
Nah.
Nah.
I don't think so.
I think that was the big stuff, right? That was the big stuff. It was a good meaty report. Oh no, he also mentioned new hardware, right? Like new hardware this year, potentially being the Elite Series 3. I'm hesitant about that.
Can't wait to open my window and have that controller fall apart when a light breeze caresses it.
This is what I mean. Like, there's a couple of things here. Like, yes, but like introducing a new console, whatever the next gen Xbox is the opportunity to define a new standard for controllers in the hope that you sell the console, everyone has that controller, you support those features for games. Maybe they're taking a different mindset considering that they don't really give a monkeys about console hardware in and of itself anymore, and while they're making hardware, it's not the focus really. It's just
it works
like this
everywhere. They won't cut it off.
So if this new pad is going to have all the things that you would want a new Xbox pad to have, haptics, is it going to have gyro, blah, blah,
gyro,
blah, blah. I guess I'm just
Touchpad.
like, how well supported is it going to be? Do you know what I mean? Are they going to emulate PlayStation in that way and make sure that
it would be very well supported because Nintendo and Sony have haptics and gyro. So why wouldn't it be well supported? There's no reason for it not to be supported once all three of them are doing it. And Steam Deck has gyro, doesn't it? And haptics.
I might have Euro. I don't think I've ever used it.
Yeah.
Gyros. It was funny. He also said it's going to have full bore Windows. But the line actually is, I reported last year that the next Xbox will run full bore Windows. And there's like a 20-page thread on Resetera treating this like new info. And people are like, oh my God, I'm so upset. It's going to be shit. And it's like, well, this wasn't actually new. This was just him saying,
we've
I
known
talked
this for
about
a
this
while.
last year. But like when you wonder what's the new UI going to be, it's what, and I do think a lot of people look at the Xbox full screen experience as a UI, and it's not. It's just an app on top of Windows. It's not an actual operating system. Like the full screen experience is more like concept art than it is new UI, new operating system. So I'm really curious when, like, I think it would be new hardware when we see the actual new Xbox PC operating system branch.
Or it's the cylindrical, slimmed down Series X from the court case.
No. Not, even if that was going to happen, the RAM and SSD prices probably make that impossible.
The refresh. Maybe they already made them before the RAM prices went up and they're just sitting there waiting to release it.
Everything leaks from them, though. We would have seen the box.
No. Maybe. What else?
I think that was it. I think that was everything.
Mm-hmm.
More or less.
Quite a bit.
It's good, though. It's very exciting. Exciting year ahead for video games, right? We've got new games. We're going to see a bunch of cool new stuff in less than 2 weeks. We still don't know. Like Sony are going to have a what they call a state of play or a PlayStation Direct or whatever in February,
Direct,
typically. Yeah. So we'll see their slate for the year. We'll probably see more on Wolverine.
Will we get a PlayStation showcase?
I don't know.
It's been years.
Like an actual proper showcase.
The showcase will be for the next PlayStation now.
No, yeah.
I wouldn't expect a showcase. Like if they didn't have a showcase that they could use for Intergalactic, Wolverine,
because you could look at last year.
They got?
If they took all their direct stuff and held on to it, they could have had a showcase, but they didn't.
Yeah.
They chose not to.
So there you go, which would indicate that the next showcase, to me, that says showcase is going to only be for hardware, like new console generations, and that's
it. But equally, like I think Sony are so successful with their share of the market, they don't really need to do one, much to their fans' annoyance. Like,
it's not just that. I reckon Sony noticed that people realized showcase big and good, state of play shitty and bad, don't need to care, and they've probably tried to get rid of that perception as well. So just have everything be a state of play. So grade the state of plays on their merit, and then have the showcase just for the consoles. That's probably what I reckon the plan is there.
Do we see fair games this year?
You won't see fair games. Probably won't even see it release. It'll probably get cancelled.
Oh dear. You reckon?
Oh, come on. Let's be real now. Like,
I'm really curious what type
personally...
They've got Marathon. So why would you want two similar games like that in the same year? It always confused me.
I personally don't see a world where fair game sees the light of day.
Not a prediction. Not inside. Just a prediction.
That's a guess. That's a prediction. That's
for anyone who's going to clip this now. It wasn't a leak. It was him predicting it, just based on knowledge.
Nothing. I said I personally think. That's what I said. I personally think it doesn't see the light of day.
No clip it, so that part never comes through.
I don't know what it is about poor Jade, man. She
doesn't seem to have much luck.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. And Assassin's Creed, the original, was incredible.
Yeah. And
she was on the road to superstardom in the dev world.
She worked on a lot of really cool stuff at Ubisoft, and then it's been quite a while now.
Yeah.
Same thing. Amy
hasn't really launched a game for a long time.
They did get rid of the money
it's
sign.
bizarre.
It's just fair games now. No money sign.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, no dollar sign anymore.
Oh,
Well,
thank
that's
God
good.
for that. Thank God for that. But yeah, we'll see.
Okay.
For the sake of the studio and for the sake of the game itself that they've, I'm sure, spent years on, let's hope it releases and finds some success. But then if Sony was willing to write off Concord, don't know why they wouldn't be willing to write off this as well. Concord was the future, apparently. It was like fucking... It's everything, according to fucking Herman.
Well,
Gets a
that's how he
TV
thinks
show
about
and everything.
Horizon. I am curious if we see the Horizon multiplayer game, because the other Horizon game is only mobile, and it's PC, but it's emulated on PC.
It's the Horizon IP, which means come hell or high water, that's coming out.
Yeah, because
even if it has to come out against a Zelda remake, a fucking Elden Ring sequel, it doesn't matter. That game is fucking coming out, and Herman
its release
will
date?
not have it any other way.
its release date was November 19th, 2026.
Yeah, it's like Nintendo announces the Ocarina of Time remake for fucking October 16th, and then Herman's like, "Yep, the Horizon multiplayer game, October 15."
Oh dear. That would be perfect, wouldn't it? Would be perfect.
Oh shit! Another super chat from Grand Benefactor Ashashin. Grand Benefactor, executive producer.
Grand benefactor, baby. He doesn't mess around.
I believe State of Play over showcases are an unintended consequence of their live service push. They probably want to do a showcase when they have multiple first-party games people will actually care about. But they did have that, and they could have bundled them together into a showcase, and they chose not to. They gave Jeff Intergalactic rather than holding on to it for themselves.
I mean, you can't deny though, like eyes. Like how many eyes does Jeff's show get? A fucking shit ton.
I get that. I get that. But what I'm saying is, going off Assassin's premise, if you combined everything they've had over the last couple of years in terms of announcements, they could have easily bundled that together with some good third-party stuff, maybe some hardware like the Black Portal and the Black accessories, and had a showcase if they really wanted to. That's what leads me to believe that they're just saving the showcases purely for new console generations to stop that whole hierarchy of, showcase is something I should watch because it's clearly the good stuff that's saved for it, and the State of Play doesn't mean jack shit. Don't worry about the State of Play. I personally think Sony has tried to remove that hierarchy by saving the showcases for the console launches, basically, or reveals.
Yeah, maybe
That's what I think.
Maybe you're right. But speaking of our friends at PlayStation, they did get an additional game announced for themselves too. Actually, outside of the new game plus showcase, which we're not going to go into. There was like 45 things shown across nearly 4 hours, with a bunch of YouTubers and influencers chatting between these, plus interviews and things like that. Yeah, there's an article on XboxEra.com if you want to know everything that's coming. But of note, for our podcast audience, Avowed is arriving on PlayStation 5 alongside a 1-year anniversary update, which brings a bunch of things that they kind of already announced.
The only new
year.
thing pretty much was new playable
PS5.
races. New playable races.
Okay,
new weapon type, which is like a quarterstaff for mages, but then the photo mode and all New Game Plus and all that had already been announced. And then Towerborne 1.0 coming next month. And completely revamped to no longer be a live service game.
I actually think this is the smartest thing Stoic could have done. Like, anyone that has read my Towerborne review or seen any of the interviews we've done with Stoic on this, I really like Towerborne as a game, and I don't know if you've known this, Nick, if you saw the news. They have said, not going to be a live service, free-to-play, grind game. It is a story, narrative, start to finish, 4-player co-op brawler. and it's a one and done. It's no longer free to play. It's a $30.
It wasn't always that though, was it?
It was always a free to play game, and now it's not.
That's what I'm saying. It wasn't always a standalone.
No, that's the new news.
It's changed.
It's
interesting,
and it's been tarted up. It's got all of the cosmetic stuff. There's no more store to buy it. They've listened to their community, and their community was like, we don't want to do this as a grind. We want just a really good game, and they've listened. So now it's a $30 purchase. I think people that have bought the early access version will just get that.
Yeah, because that was $40, I think. Anyway,
I don't think it was 40. I think it was 20.
There was definitely a $40 one, and then
there might have been a founder pack or something. And now I've got a 1.0 review to do. Going to need some co-op buddies. So, we get on very, very well with Stoic. They were really great. We worked with them before doing the interviews and stuff. So, yes, I will look to tackle that. I'd love to see if we could get together, Nick, and play a bunch of that with your expertise in the brawler space. Because I really like the game. And now that I know there isn't a grind, but there is a to Z finish with an antagonist and a big final boss and all of this stuff, that's really it's interesting. I hope it does well. I think it's a shame, and I hope it does well enough that they can do this. There is no Switch 2 port or Switch port announced for Towerborne, and that is one game, I've played it on handheld a lot. It excels on the handheld. It is really fun on a handheld. It's the sort of thing that I'm hoping, because I've got to fly out to Vegas for DICE in February, and the game is coming out in February as a 1.0, that I have got it for the flight, where I can just hopefully plug into some power and just play through that on a handheld on the flight and get that done.
Interesting. So if you were to install, I'm seeing the option on the page to install it right now.
You're not getting the 1.0 version. You're getting the current early access version. So just
even the artwork has changed.
Yeah, they've really, I looked at the new screenshots, the new footage that we were shown. I mean, it was already a very pretty game, but and some of the boss fights in Towerborne are genuinely excellent. So, yeah, I think this was a really smart call of theirs to actually listen and go, let's do this. I think
it probably would have disappeared into the ether as a live servicey type game.
Yeah. So it's really good. Good.
Interesting.
And it's coming to PS5. So more players, and hopefully that finds an audience, because it very much scratches that Castle Crashers itch if you're a big fan of that sort of game. And I would say to everyone in the chat, if you haven't tried Towerborne, don't play it yet. Wait until that 1.0 launch. If you're obviously on Game Pass, pick it up. It's really fun with friends. Yep. It's a solid game. All right. Last couple of news items here now. One of the big news topics this week that went viral and everywhere because of a theorized piece of reporting where they're like, I think this is going to happen, was all focused on the big old January Microsoft layoffs, which, let's be honest...
annual layoffs?
Let's all be honest here. Everybody on this panel was absolutely under the assumption there would be some chunky Microsoft layoffs in January, right? We all agree?
For sure.
I still think there will be, just there not will be this chunky, otherwise he wouldn't have come out.
So, and Nick, again, I don't know if you read all the news, but the nutshell was...
they were talking about 11 to 22,000 or something.
And then it just went out viral. And people were just reporting this as fact, rather than the supposition that it was with, I think this because of this.
It wasn't even that, John.
What was it?
You know, the origin of this was, so there's a website called blind.com where anyone can post. Some guy posted that he had heard there would be layoffs at Microsoft targeting people over 40. He didn't say anything else. He just said that there will be January layoffs. And then a machine learning or an AI summary posted predictions of what it could be. And then an AI website yoinked those predictions and reported them as a rumor, added in Xbox because it just pulled in any division that's had layoffs in the last few years. And then people just started running, there's rumors. Yeah, but no one ever
was swirling.
Yeah. How amazing would it be if the AI that did that was Copilot?
It would be hilarious, but no one uses it. So
Yeah, don't be
That
ridiculous,
would have
Nick.
been
No one
the
uses
most-
Copilot.
amazing thing ever if Copilot was the one that scraped that information and then put out the article saying there's going to be layoffs at Microsoft because of me.
Yeah. I'm self-aware, bitches.
I am coming for you.
Oh, shit. That was so good.
But anyway, amusingly and rarely, this is a rare occurrence. Rather than just let these rumors spin around the internet unstopped, Frank Shaw, the chief communications officer at Microsoft, responded to multiple different tweets. But he made one response to a reply to Ecstasis, which was from Jez Corden, saying that, hey, this is false, at least to his knowledge on the Xbox side. And then Frank replied completely saying 100% made up, speculative, wrong.
Frank needs to be careful there.
Well, now,
Frank needs to be very careful there.
Now, Nick, there are people out there on Twitter that had the same opinion, and one of them bookmarked him and said, I'm going to bookmark this, I'm going to be coming back. And he was so confident, he replied once more and said, I eagerly await. So,
Famous last
He
words,
also
mate.
said,
famous, possibly?
somebody said, forgive us if we don't believe the lead of comms for the company in question. He just replied, nah.
I know, but like, okay.
There'll probably be layoffs, right?
Yeah,
Like,
there will be layoffs, right? And this is the problem. So if Frank so let's just say the layoff number is 4,000. Let's just say. That's still a fuck ton of layoffs. That's a lot of people who now don't have a job, right?
Yep.
Let's hypothetically. If he comes back now and people go, see, there was layoffs, and he goes, yeah, but it was at 11,000. Bro. Do you know what I mean? Like, that is why I think he should have just kept quiet on it. Because if he was to now turn around and go, yeah, but it's only 3,000 or only 2,000, it's like, that's in poor taste.
yeah. When do you give the benefit of the doubt if it's 100? 100
997.
layoffs.
But 100 wouldn't be reported on.
I mean,
Well,
I guarantee you it
No,
will.
so the way they do it, John, when it's not that many, is they do rolling layoffs so that the warnings don't have to go out. Because if it's like under a certain number, you don't have to report
that's
it.
true.
So if it's not
like
10,000, if it's not 10% or like 8 or 9% of the company, which when they have like 230,000 people is a very big number, it becomes very hard to avoid those warnings.
Yeah, fair.
And there
'Cause
are already
they-
real rumors about Amazon doing massive layoffs, so people are they're on edge.
Like, layoffs at Microsoft would be happening all year round in smaller numbers and
Yeah.
smaller batches.
For sure.
So if it was only 100 or 200, it's not going to get reported on. But if it's 2,000 or 3,000, that will. And if Frank comes back and goes, see, it was false. It wasn't 11,000. Like, people are taking his tweet as there's not going to be layoffs. He's probably not saying that, but that's how people are taking that tweet.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that is
You might
why,
be right.
as a comms person, he should have fucking known better than to say anything at all.
Well, we'll see. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, I think we've all gone into 2026 expecting the annual January.
There's been like 3 years in a row or something
Damocles.
of massive layoffs in January.
Well, you also know there's a big thing with tech companies where people have been talking about the fact that for decades and decades, companies always said, we're having huge layoffs. And then they didn't really do them. But it was just to drive shares to go up. And now every layoff is, we're laying people off, AI. But they're also not always doing them. They are plenty of times, but that's what you always run into, where almost everything done and said publicly is generally aimed at shareholders. It's just this long con, allegedly, supposedly game of getting people to give you money. You know,
Circular economy.
Yeah.
Another
Speaking of
super
which,
chat.
XboxEra is regretting to announce there's going to be some layoffs here at XboxEra Towers. Sorry, Nick.
Super chat from Assassin. Nick implying even Microsoft products stepped on rakes. Yeah, they do. Even Copilot does it.
Even Copilot.
Copilot can't
Copilot's-
correctly draw a rake to then step on.
Yeah, Copilot's got no idea.
Man. God, yeah. Anyways,
Siri's just as fucking useless as well, though.
They're all kind of useless.
Siri has somehow gotten worse for some bizarre reason. It's so odd.
Yeah.
And people worry about AI and it can't even fucking schedule a meeting.
Now.
The entire economy is being boosted by it. Not that anyone in it actually thinks it can do anything. It's all... We're in a world of grifters. The grifters won, and now the economy's in a massive bubble from grifters. But also, like, the reality is, like in America, without the not housing, but for companies actually using buildings is just falling apart because of like people working from home, and so the actual economic impact of all this fake bullshit that companies are doing to say, oh no, we're fine. There's all of our office buildings are full of people, and they're not, and it's all really bad, and not in the AI is going to kill stuff way. These companies are just full of shit, and they're desperately trying to hold on to their share price way.
Hey Siri, what's the weather today? Oh, here.
Banana.
Let me link you to the Bureau of Meteorology website so you can check. What? The fuck is the point of asking you then? Dumb bitch.
No.
All right.
No.
Calm down. Now,
like an ice agent.
last news story before we dive into other things. That was actually very on brand. That was good. Like, that whole shit. Like, I don't want to touch it with a 10-foot barge pole.
It's
I
very
think you
bad.
should.
I want to. All I will say is I will quote a very famous George Orwell quote from, I think it was from 1984, which was, I can't remember the full quote. It was something along the lines of like, you know, you don't believe your eyes anymore. It was their final essential command. We've all seen the fucking video. Like, fucking horrific shit. Anyway, let's not get into politics, even though it's not really political at all. It's just a murder.
That movie, Civil War, could end up being a documentary.
Mate, fucking insane. Last bit of news. Nintendo Switch 2. Apparently, according to the game business, their sales stumbled a little bit into Christmas.
Oh, no.
This comes from Mr. Chris Dring over at thegamebusiness.com.
A very tall man.
Yes, much taller than one would assume. There is a link to the game business in the chat. But yes, apparently, according to Chris, Nintendo Switch 2 sales momentum slowed over the key holiday sales period, particularly in Western markets. It follows a huge launch for the console in June.
Because what this reporting chooses to somewhat step around is that the Switch 2 outsold the PlayStation 5 10-1 in Japan. But let's not let that
Well, this is
a good story.
Western markets, isn't it? So yes. It follows a huge launch for the console in June, where Switch 2 became the fastest selling console with over 3.5 million units sold in just 4 days. But the game business understands that Switch 2 sales in the US over the holiday period, November to December, were down around 35%. Compared with what the Switch 1 delivered during the same period in 2017, which was when it launched. This follows a separate report from US data tracker Circana, which revealed that US console sales overall had their worst November since 1995.
Ah, so it wasn't just the Xbox that was down.
I mean, Xbox were dire down, but yes, everybody was down. There are also mixed results across Europe. In the UK, Switch 2 sales for the last 8 weeks of the year were 16% lower than what Switch 1 managed. However, when you add in the Switch 1 UK sales, the overall number of Nintendo devices sold during November and December 2025 are up 7% compared with the same period in 2017. Overall, for the year, Switch 2 UK sales are 6% higher than what Switch 1 managed in its first year, which was also on sale for an extra 14 weeks. The most disappointing result for Nintendo was in France, which is typically one of Nintendo's key European markets. According to data shared with the game business, Switch 2 sales in France last year were over 30% lower than what Switch 1 achieved in its first year. As a result, the UK was bigger than France for Switch 2 sales. Interesting. Like, we've talked a little bit about this, and Nick, I don't know how you feel about this, but Nintendo spoke to the game business an anonymous Nintendo employee said that a complicated economic landscape mixed with higher price points and, sorry, Metroid, the absence of a major Western game.
Yeah, a major
Christmas,
Western game.
It's been the B team. Like, they've been very good to a point. Some people didn't love Metroid, but like Donkey Kong and Metroid are not having Zelda and Mario like they did. It's not the same.
It never was. And some, I think they released some lifetime sales numbers, Nintendo, and Metroid Prime Remastered didn't even crack 2 million.
Yep. Metroid has never been a big seller. Like the entire franchise.
The highest, I think the highest selling Metroid game might actually be Dread, which hit just over 3. Yeah. And that might be the highest selling one, I think.
Well,
I stand to be corrected,
the stat,
but
Nick,
I think
is that if Hollow Knight Silk Song keeps going as it is, if it hits 15 million, Hollow Knight 1 and Hollow Knight 2 will have outsold the entire history of Metroid combined.
I know, which is sad, because the Metroid games are all so fantastic. It's sad. Like, even the Metroid pinball game on the Nintendo DS was incredible. It's one of the best pinball games I've ever played. But, I mean, the Switch 2, again, those articles are spun slightly because Switch 2 sales are still overall up on Switch 1. But I've said all along I wouldn't expect it to sell as well as Switch 1 because it's a Switch Pro, higher price, blah, blah. Like, it's not going to hit 150, 160 million units. It's just not going to do it. But I think Nintendo would still be happy if it hit 80, 90, 100. I just want the Switch 1. I'm hanging for that moment when the Switch 1 goes to surpass the PlayStation 2.
No,
and then Sony just magically finds another 5 million units that someone was illegally manufacturing in some country. It's like, oh, we didn't know that there was another 5 million units made in New South Wales, in Australia. The Aussies were making bootleg ones, but they count as official, so we've sold 5 million more.
They do a PS2 classic that has a disc drive and can actually play the games, and they count those, and then they buy like 10 million of them themselves.
I'm telling you, they're going to magically find more units, even though it's official now. They only manufactured 161 million of them. They're going to find another 5 million as soon as the Switch goes to pass it.
It's very important that they do, all right? You just leave them alone. To maintain that lead.
PS2 Pro.
Yeah. Everyone, like every single time the Switch kept passing a record of the PlayStation 2, they just kept finding units. They just kept finding units that they sold.
Nintendo got petty in return and they just admitted, yes, the Switch 2 is really a Switch Pro, so we're counting it. Our numbers have jumped up another 15 million. We win.
Yeah, another 15 million. I mean, it is a Switch Pro.
Yeah.
Deep down, we all know that. But yes, I think it would be... I'm looking forward to it. I think it'll be very funny. But yeah,
there you go.
Switch. I'm sure the Switch 2 will be more than fine.
Yeah. The issue is for investors and public companies, it has to be better.
Yeah, but Nintendo don't care about that.
Every company cares.
They've never cared.
They do care.
Nah, not in the same way. Not in the same way a Microsoft or an Apple or a fucking... No, it's not the same. I mean, have a look. When the Wii U failed, what'd they do? The execs took pay cuts. That's not a company that looks at
that is
the
a regional
shareholders in the same way.
Like you can't as easily... You have to torture people into quitting, essentially, in Japan.
I'm just saying that's a sign of a company that doesn't quite have the same culture in terms of how the shareholders are treated or whatever. It's not quite the same.
Superchat.
Where a company like Microsoft will just use the shareholders as any kind of excuse to do whatever. Cody Bishop with a super chat. They overhired during COVID, but if they lay off because of that, they look incompetent. But if they say AI investment, then they look better. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's another thing. Yeah.
AI is a catch-all for pretty much everything you do that you want to be... You want your shareholders to be okay with.
Mm.
Or excited about.
Thrilling. All right. I think that is pretty much all of the big news worth chit-chatting about. We're now going to talk about some people that are very, very important to us. Our patrons. Everything XboxEra does is only made possible by the growing army of incredible Patreon supporters. Our MVPs and executive producers are all incredible people, but even more so are our grand benefactors, Croat56, Assassin, and Kevin S. All of this under the watchful eye of our lovely and benevolent CEO, Torn Raptor. If you want to become part of one of the best communities on the internet, head to patreon.com/XboxEra, where your patronage can help keep us alive for another month. That's right. Today, our patrons have all learned that I despise them so utterly that I've automated saying thank you to them. Nah, that's not really the reason, right, Jess?
We used Copilot
That's why it didn't work.
to thank the patrons.
No,
Executive producers.
You know what we should call it? We should rebrand to the Copilot podcast or the Copilot era podcast.
people would
The
be all
Copilot
over that.
cast.
Microsoft would be like, here's a check.
Oh, Microsoft would be like,
We'd be the next Xbox.
all of a sudden
on.
you see an announcement on Microsoft's website. Microsoft acquires the Copilot podcast.
This might be the check
then
we
we-
need.
And then we're like, yes, we did it. That's all we had to do.
No.
Oh, shit. Take our millions and be like, I'm out.
Yeah. Oh dear.
We're
It's
out.
very silly. Very silly. But yes, like this is just, and hopefully, you know, people that are long-time watchers of this show. If you're a tourist and you're just checking in for the podcast and you don't really stick around for the community questions, that's okay. The community questions are for our hardcore community. We love you guys. But
The
one thing
community
we've been
that
trying
fucks.
to yeah, this
hardcore.
community fucks. One thing we've been trying to do is just basically play the game a little bit with YouTube. So we're
Without
going to go
thumbnails.
away from, without doing the shitty thumbnails, but we're not going to have like 20 minutes of intro music that you're kind of sitting around for. We're going to try and just get into things, and then rather than hit you with ads straight away, we'll just intersperse this stuff throughout the show. But yeah,
Like our movie podcast, Sick and Nick's Flicks, exclusive to our amazing patrons, where we just get straight into the show. There's like no intro. It's like 5-second intro. And that's
bosh.
it.
Talking about
And then
Nick's
just
terrible
bang.
taste in film.
Talking
Win.
about my amazing taste in
Oh.
movies and TV shows.
Sorry, I think I got the wrong script.
Right.
But genuinely, big thank you to everybody that supported us in 2025 and going into 2026. We owe you guys. It's going to be a banging year. We're going to make sure that we go above and beyond to bring you the best content that we can, which we know we can do. We just have to work really hard at it. So I really appreciate everybody.
Yep.
If you want to support us directly and have an opportunity to ask these wonderful community questions every week, just head to patreon.com/XboxEra. Now we will
And if
dive...
you want me to go to Summer Games Fest or Gamescom, you know what to do.
book business class flights as soon as possible.
Please help. My wife was like, "You going to go to Germany with them?" I was like, "Man, like that
Aren't
would
you-
be back to back. That would be back to back, like 14-hour flights." Like
No, but aren't you in Greece?
Yeah,
like over
I'm in
that summer
Greece in
period?
July. I'm in Greece in July.
It'd be showing
So
like how like all of July. Like
If I was to do Summer Games Fest, let's say, so I'd be leaving for the US, say on the 9th of June.
yeah,
I'd be coming back from the US, say the 14th of June, and then I'm leaving on the 17th of June to go to Greece. I'm like, man, I'm not doing that.
that sounds
like-
terrible.
Can you imagine? And then I'm back in the middle of July, and then I leave at the end of July to go to Gamescom.
Yeah,
I mean,
I would
late August.
die on my ass. I would die on my ass.
yeah.
You'd have a
Like,
month.
It's
for
like
Gamescom.
I couldn't do like a 2-day turnaround to LA as an example. That is just like it's too disruptive to my brain. I need to like if I'm going to LA, I need to be there for like 4 or 5 days. I can't do like a land one day, take off the next
That
day.
was
like,
I really want to go to the LA too. I really want to go to the US.
the Dragon Age and Call of Duty Black Ops 7 were both land the night before, do the event, leave the next morning, and it was very weird.
If it wasn't for my trip to Greece, I would have done LA this year. I will have the money for it. I will have the money for LA. The only reason I'm not doing LA is because of the Greece trip. Literally 2 or 3 days later. That's the only reason.
It's a shame though as well that like your Greece trip isn't like closer towards Gamescom where you could be like,
I know.
okay, I'm just going to hop across
straight over.
Yeah, that would have been.
And the funny
useful.
part is, last time I went to Greece in 2018, it was almost all of August, so it would have been perfect. I could have just hopped on a plane or a train or whatever straight to Germany and then come back. Would have been perfect.
Oof. Yeah, I've got my nickname for a reason. Didax Bro. Let's dive into our wonderful community questions for this week, starting with the Google form.
Yep, the form. The first question is from JD.
JD Phoenix.
Hey dudes, recently this week, seeing Jesse bring up a donation from Kinda Funny in the Discord, I believe Stream, saying hoping Xbox delivers games in 2026 really got to me because you have to actively be this stupid, or I'm sorry, dense, to not see what they've released. And they got me wondering when these people really wake up, when PlayStation starts putting more games on Xbox, which will happen soon. I know that Webslinger is coming sooner than people think.
Man, that would cause a big disruption.
That was an
Spider-Man.
interesting punctuation situation there.
The web slinger is coming.
Soon.
No, the whole thing. I almost felt like I was reading a Hytham question for a second there. I don't know if Spider-Man would ever come. I personally don't think Spider-Man will come.
I mean, that would be the damn that would like is that or The Last of Us coming to Xbox would be like.
I'm sure during Helldivers 2 negotiations, I'm sure someone probably at Microsoft brought up the idea of Spider-Man, and Sony probably went.
They would more want to bring it up with Disney when they're talking about like Indie and others and Blade.
Yes.
They'd be like, hey.
Yeah, like Microsoft would probably want to go to Disney directly and be like, can you please twist their arm and make them Spider-Man? They dib-a-dob. They dib-a-dob on PlayStation and say, can you please put Spider-Man on Xbox?
Can we have Wolverine 2? I know you're only just making it this year, but maybe you could do a port. We'll pay for it and everything, please.
They'd be
Maybe.
dib-a-dobbers. But yeah.
Thanks, JD.
Okay, next question.
Yeah, and the super chat
Tiberius.
was like Xbox hasn't had anything. Maybe they'll finally have some games in 2026, which is why he was like, "What?
What?
Yeah,
Yeah, fair. Absolutely mad. Mad opinion to
Well,
be
and
had.
then it shifts from they've had games, but they didn't advertise them well enough, or they weren't Game of the Year contenders, and so they don't count.
Yeah, they had games, or they were shit games, or they didn't advertise
no
the
one
good
played
games
them.
well enough, or any combination of these things is just silly. But yeah, thanks, JD. Good question.
Next question is from Tiberius Monk.
Tiberius
Hello, XboxEra.
Monk.
Happy New Year. We're officially on the road to episode 300. Let's go. Should we update everyone on episode 300?
Well, let's see.
In
Let's see
the
what else
interest
we
of
can do.
transparency.
I mean, the thing they would want, and
The thing that you want is probably not going to.
not probably is not.
is not happening.
No.
Well, I mean, we were transparent about saying trying to get Phil on the show and hopeful to get Phil on the show.
Unfortunately,
We are
not happening this time.
We are not able to get Phil on the show, sadly. At the very least, not in the way we have become accustomed to having Phil on the
Instead,
show.
we'll scramble to have something cool. I mean, we've got something cool, but something else.
I there was some discussions at it. I'll fill you guys in at the end of the show, but there is potentially something pretty cool that we
We always have ideas at the very least.
We'll keep
Maybe we'll
working
just
on
tell you about the ideas we had and be like, it was going to be so cool.
we're going to do this. It was going to be amazing.
On to the question. Name one video game series and one film series where you prefer a less popular entry over the fan favorite. Oh, this is easy.
Easy.
For example, while a lot of people love Final Fantasy X, I actually prefer Final Fantasy XIII and its two follow-ups, Final Fantasy XIII 2 and Lightning Returns. On the movie side, I greatly prefer Iron Man 3 over Iron Man 1. Ooh, that's controversial. Especially for how it uses PTSD to explore Tony Stark's mental state for its political themes. I'm really looking forward to another great year of Xbox era growth and content. I'm also planning to start watching Xbox 2 with Jez and Rand. You don't need to do that. Have a great day, everyone. Thanks for all the great content, and take care. You don't need to watch XP2. That's not important.
Wow.
You
know, they recommend us on their Patreon.
Do they?
Yes. And I said it, so we recommend them.
I stand by what I said.
Dude, Didact Pro in the chat. I want to know Phil's favourite colour. Man, all those hard-hitting interview questions
we had it all lined up. I was going to find out how he takes his coffee.
Lucy is now available in the Call of Duty Black Ops 7 store from Fallout.
Yes.
Oh, nice. But did they make her boobs big enough?
Yeah. That's a good question.
No, they look pretty accurate to real life.
Come on, Nick. One video game series where you prefer a less popular entry over the fan favourite?
Well, I was going to say, in terms of Halo, I like Halo 2 the least, even though that's the one most fan favourite.
I'm with you, bro.
Love.
I'm 100% with you on it.
So that's sort of like the inverse of what you're asking. God, I'm trying to think. Oh, off the top of my head, I can't think of one where the one I like goes against the grain. Like, my favourite Assassin's Creed is 2, which is like almost everyone's favourite Assassin's Creed.
Let's move to Odyssey.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Also, I do think a lot of people might choose Black Flag for the older style.
You reckon? I still think Assassin's Creed 2 is the best one.
No, because Brotherhood's better than 2.
I liked 2 a lot, and I 100%ed 2, but Black Flag was better.
Love 2. I don't know if I have any other controversial opinions like that. In most major series, I tend to like... maybe you could say Halo 3 ODST. It's like my second favourite Halo.
The 2D GTA games to GTA 3.
Really? Interesting.
Yep.
They're not too bad. I didn't hate them. Like, they're not
controversial,
too bad.
mate. Like, I'm owning my opinion. All right. I really enjoyed the 2D style, and like I played a lot of them, including GTA London. And when 3 came out, I was like, "This is amazing."
GTA
and then
London,
I got really,
course, that's why.
I got really, like, eh.
I mean, I like the PS2 GTA games more than GTA 4 and 5. I like the PS2 ones way more. Because they don't play it like as arse as 4 and 5 do. They're so, like, I actually can't get over.
Jesse, well, it looks like he's about to die. Are you okay?
Painful take.
I actually can't get over how poorly Grand Theft Auto 4 plays, and the whole gaming world just accepts it.
Yep.
Like, it's actually astonishing to me. It feels worse than Roblox. Like, it's so bad, and everyone's just like, "Oh, GTA 4." It's like, bro, you're Nico, and that's the game I should like because it's biased because his name is Nico. Like, the game feels like your feet are trudging through shark shit and honey and molasses, and like you're trying to move but you can't. And it's just, oh my god, I couldn't believe how bad it was. And everyone's like, "Oh man, Grand Theft Auto 4, wow." Like, the greatest thing about Grand Theft Auto 4 is the detail. Those fine details in the world and all that sort of stuff. But, like, what's the point of that if the game's just going to play like shit?
The PS2 games played like shit. The aiming
in a
and
different
the
way,
shoot.
though. In a totally different way. That was a bit more jank. That was a bit more of your jankiness, which Crackdown also carried over because it was the same creator. So Crackdown very much felt like the PS2 GTA games in a lot of ways. But it was janky, but it wasn't slow and heavy and just... Ugh. It's so bad. So bad. I really hope 6 is a genuine improvement and there's some actual responsiveness.
Will it be 60 on console?
Didn't you hear? It's basically a PlayStation exclusive.
Oh, yeah, I did hear that.
GTA 6. It's a set for all intents and purposes, even though it's releasing on Xbox. It's basically a PlayStation exclusive. I know the context behind that, though. I understand the context behind what he means by it's essentially a PlayStation exclusive. It's just, it's not an exclusive.
No.
That's all. That's all. What about TV show-wise, though?
TV, movie he was talking about.
Oh, did he say movie? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, TV's
sorry,
a whole...
Sorry. Movie, yes, sorry.
Like, my heart knows that Empire, of the old Star Wars trilogy, Empire is the best. My brain knows that. But my heart loves Return of the Jedi.
Oh. The Last Jedi for me. The Last Jedi. That's the whole point of the fucking question, Jesse. Why are you shaking your head for? The whole point of the question is that.
Understand. I know, my brain knows that Empire Strikes Back is the better film. It's got the better performances. It's a better plot. It's better written. It's great. I love Empire Strikes Back. But the child in me, which is I was a child when I watched those films, loved Return of the Jedi.
I'm reading the question.
More.
I don't see any part where it says you cannot be shocked or surprised by this.
Episodes 1, 2, and 3 better than 4, 5, and 6.
Fuck off.
Nah, that's just fucking dumb.
Come on. See, this is what we get to deal with all the time. Oh, don't make dumb faces.
I do not fall victim. I do not fall victim to all the bullshit. I was there in 99. I was there at the cinemas watching episode 1, and then I went and watched episode 2 and 3. And I remember the internet going, "Oh, those movies are shit." And I'm like, no, they're not. That's just your nostalgia talking. No, they're not.
They were pretty bad. And it was mostly because George Lucas was writing and directing.
Yeah, but most Star Wars movies aren't that great.
I agree. A New Hope is a shit film. Like, in the grand scheme of things, A New Hope is a bad film.
Most Star Wars movies are not great movies. But I just think that the choreography of the lightsaber fight, I just think there's enough in those old ones to make up for their downfalls, to make up for their weaknesses. I think there's enough there. Darth Maul has never been topped. And Darth Maul is in the original, is in 1, 2, and 3.
My stepson asked for Christmas for the Revenge of the Sith novelization. There's this really fucking fancy hardback with black pages. Like, when you look at the book, it's all black. And then the cover, the dust cover comes off and it forms like a reverse poster thing. And I was just like, what the fuck is this? He was so hyped for it. It was adorable. I was like, so this is just a book of the film? And he was like, yeah. Oh, wow.
Wow. Come on. 99 Rukin, Last Jedi was the worst movie. How can you say that when the Rise of Skywalker exists? How can you say that when there's a Star Wars movie that has the worst ending possibly in the history of cinema for any major franchise movie? How you can say that when Rise of Skywalker exists? Who are you? Rey. Who? Rey Skywalker. That is the shittest fucking ending in any major Hollywood movie ever. And you're like, Last Jedi was the worst. Last Jedi, at least it fucking tried to do something different. I thought Luke drinking the fucking green gross tit milk was funny as. I thought it was hilarious.
I really like Rian Johnson as a director. He did The Last Jedi, right? I think
he do the Knives Out movies?
Yeah, was The Last Jedi the one with the really slow chase at light speed, which was the dumbest thing I've ever seen? Was it that one?
Was that the one that had the light speed chase? It might have.
And then at the end, they light speed the ship into the Star Destroyer.
Yeah.
To blow it up. Because the issue I have, and yes, I agree, he did try to do something different, and that's admirable. But the issue I have is that if that worked, like, you would just build weapons that did that and went. Having said that, visually, that scene when they light speed the shit into the other ship was fucking epic.
Lightspeed engines are supposed to be unbelievably expensive and hard to build, especially for something at that size. And a small ship wouldn't have done the same thing.
Still stupid.
But it's light speed. It's not, bending space. So it would be really stupid if it couldn't do that.
Well,
You're going
they call
very
it hyper
fast.
jump, don't they? Or I can't remember what they call it.
They could have. Rise of Skywalker had an opportunity to have such a cool ending where Rey turns bad because she realizes that she's the granddaughter of fucking Palpatine. And then Ben.
This is the kind of tangent that people pay for.
And then Ben turns good because he remembers his mum and dad, and all of a sudden Ben kills Rey. Oh, that could have been such a fucking cool ending. Instead, I'm Rey Skywalker. Oh my God! Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, it was
Seriously, how anyone cannot think that Rise of Skywalker is by far the worst of the 9 Star Wars movies. It is objectively the worst. Objectively. And don't say, oh, Nick, that's not what objectively means. I know what objectively means. Rise of Skywalker is objectively the worst Star Wars movie.
Okay, we're getting patrons threatening to quit the Patreon now, Nick. You just, let's draw a line under the sand. Okay. Next question.
Whatever.
Have you ever watched Andor?
I'm happy to talk about the Iron Man 3 over Iron Man 1 thing. I don't agree, but I understand it.
It's because Iron Man 1's not very good.
Iron Man 1 is
pretty mediocre.
I mean, the whole MCU exists because of Iron Man 1.
They had a pretty weak start. It's shocking that it exists.
Bullshit. That's like calling Halo CE shit. Halo CE is the reason Xbox exists. It can't be bad.
Well, no, not the reason it exists, but the reason it had success. To continue going.
Nah. I like Iron Man 2 a lot. I think Iron Man 2 got a lot of undue hate. Iron Man 2 was... I think all
Iron Man 2 is the only Marvel film I haven't seen the whole thing of because I didn't like it.
Really?
Yeah.
Nah, Iron Man 2 is cool. Like that fight between Tony and Rhodes inside Tony's apartment where he's fucking plastered off his face and then Daft Punk plays Robot Rock. That is one of the best fight scenes for me in Marvel's... in MCU history.
I like Iron Man 2 because it's got Elon Musk in it.
Oh, it does too. That's right. I forgot about that. I totally forgot about that. But
and also, there are people talking, there's going to be it's 3 hours and 45 minutes for Doomsday. And it's like, buddy, they have not locked in a cut. There's no idea. No one has any idea how long it is.
Cannot wait.
And if it was going to be that long, they would have made it a trilogy of movies because that's all about getting theater screenings as much as you can.
So good. Like, he's like, put it down, Tony. And then fucking Robot Rock just kicks in, Daft Punk, and they just fucking beating the shit out of each other. It is so good. It is such a cool scene. I love it so much.
Public service announcement. Patrons are now banned from asking movie and film-related questions of Nick.
And I didn't get to answer. No. I didn't get to answer the
Nick actually
game
gets to talk on the podcast.
Nick never shuts the fuck up on the podcast. Like, literally.
Oh, bullshit. Today, I have barely spoken at all. Until now.
Okay.
Jesse, what was your answer to this question before we met? Now you've upset him. Look, he was going to answer the question.
Hardly at all.
He was going to answer the question. Now he's walked off, upset.
I wasn't stopping him. I'm happy to wait till he comes back to answer.
Now it's awkward. What are the chat thinking? They're probably thinking you two hate each other. Do you know? Like,
I'm happy to wait for him to come back. I've got time.
Hey, shall we talk about the Halo TV show while we're here?
Oh, yeah. That was the best. What chance do we have? What actual chance do we have of the season 3 of that show?
Honestly, I'd much rather it just be completely rebooted. Like,
just
completely
start again.
Yep. Just be like, okay, we're sorry. We'll now make the show based on the game that you loved for the last 25 years. Sorry about that, everyone. Our bad.
Yep. Sorry. We're going to make it good now. We didn't mean it. We didn't mean to take off his helmet. We didn't mean to show you his ass cheeks. Sorry.
We didn't mean to like have him get all like loved up and stuff.
Yeah.
And
With someone from the Covenant. Sorry. We didn't mean it.
Nick has destroyed Jesse with the hot takes. He's just gone. He's done. All right.
Okay.
Should we do question 3? He's not back, and we can't wait around forever.
Okay. Next question. The next question is from Jay Foley. Well, hello everyone. Wow, Xbox news here, there, and everywhere it seems. My question this week is, with all the things announced this week from Jez and Xbox, what are you individually most excited for? Me? I'm excited to see what this possible OEM Xbox supposedly launching this year is. Have a good night, guys. I may or may not be here during this segment, depending if my good old Chicago Bears are kicking some Packers ass. Oh, I also can't forget Daily Show, baby. Daily Show? What's the Daily Show?
We'll come to that. I don't think Jez said new hardware, the OEM Xbox this year. I think he said controller. I don't think he ever said an actual new Xbox device this year.
You might have said an OEM thing.
Yeah, but I thought it was the OEM thing was controllers and other handhelds, but like not the new Xbox.
I know, go read.
You know. Yeah, I'd have to double check on that.
Cylindrical Series X.
Now they
That's
just
new
repackaged
hardware.
the Series X to be the same size as the Steam Cube, Steam
Steam
Machine.
Cube. Oh, we didn't discuss the rumors of that price.
Yeah, what was it?
It's
1,000.
a single website's like not public file. I don't think it
But
means
Steam
anything.
don't even sell. Steam won't sell it via third-party retailers
Well, that
anyway. So how
third-party-
would they have that price?
I don't know. And that website seems to resell Steam decks, and they're way more expensive than on,
Oh, do
on
they?
Valve directly. So I don't know.
Okay.
Because I know Steam
So
doesn't.
that could be the confusion.
Maybe Steam only sells their own stuff in the U.S. Maybe they don't have a what's it, Hungarian distribution center or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Daily Show was an idea that some of the community wanted me and Jesse to do a daily news headlines show, but like it's really hard to pull off. It's not something we.
You
think
scrape
It
the
would have
bottom
to
of the
be
barrel.
very short. It would have to be very short.
Everyone does an
Yeah.
hour.
Yeah.
An hour.
Yep. Kind of Funny Games Daily, Game S
Jeez.
Mornings, they're always an hour.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't even think there's enough news for that.
Well, what it is you have 4 or 5 topics. Each of them gets a long discussion.
Okay.
But yeah.
be a lot
What are
of
you
tangents in that.
individually most excited about for the things that Jez mentioned in his report?
I'll have to read Jez's report.
Well, you can go through like the things we discussed. You got the Fallout remakes or the remasters. You've got Wolfenstein 3. You've got Ninja Theory working on another thing. You've got a StarCraft shooter, New Age of Empires, the Elite Series 3. Like, what are you excited for?
Not really any of those things.
You're talking to a man with shit tastes.
I'm not. I'd be excited for the Elite Series 3 if I knew for a fact it would actually be a reliable, soldered controller. But I am quite confident that it will not be. Can't say how I know that, but I'm quite confident that it will not be. It'll just be the same poorly built, limited fucking warranty thing. Hopefully with gyro and haptics.
Fingers crossed they really nail it and sort it out. But yeah. I would probably say out of everything there, like Wolfenstein, a new Wolfenstein would be absolutely great with me. Sign me up. Love me some machine games. So yeah, that one. Jesse, what about you?
If it was close, I would say Fallout 5.
Fair. Absolutely fair. All right. Thanks, Jay Foley.
There's the article on XboxEra. Note how I didn't say Windows Central. Oh, I thought there was more to it.
You
Okay.
should. We didn't cover everything in his article.
Oh, okay. Jay Foley has pinged me. So in the article, He says, I've been working through some Jez has written, I've been working through some credible rumours that we could see an OEM Xbox PC in 2026, but time will tell whether that one pans out. I mean, I don't see Microsoft handing off the new Xbox era to a third party, like, for their next thing.
Yeah, with the OS
as a
ready.
PC. Yeah, like, I don't see it. I could be wrong. What do I know?
Because it's also RDNA 5. Which
Yeah.
has to be out. And I don't...
Yeah.
I know
RDNA
that's it.
5?
Yep.
They're not even at 4 yet.
Here they are. That's what the 9070 is.
Is it? Jesus. Okay.
If memory serves, yeah. The 9070 was 4. Like my 7900 is XTX is RDNA 3. But you need a 4 to have their full FSR 4 suite. Because there's no NPU on the 7000 stuff.
Wow. Okay. Next question is itzFinn. Good evening / morning XboxEra crew. Another day, another weekend on the podcast. My sympathies to Randall419 and his passing of his close family member. That's all.
Indeed.
Oh, is that what happened? Oh, okay, I didn't know that.
Much love, Rand.
A bit rude of me putting that there, but wanted to give folks an update on that. Tis the season. We're past Christmas time now. Tis the season time for Xbox's annual Developer Direct, and I'm very keen and excited to see what Playground Games has been working on with Fable and Forza Horizon 6. But I'm also very keen to see what Game Freak can do outside of Pokemon games with Beast of Reincarnation. Puzzling on what's the empty space there that they always leave out in the image they can always do. We'll soon find out. Nick, don't spoil it. I don't know. And Xbox 25th anniversary logo is very much evoking that OG Xbox vibe, if I'm being honest. Hoping for a cool and sneak peek of next generation at the 25th anniversary of Xbox on November 15, 2026. To tidy up into one question, as per Jesse said last time when I did too, what surprises to see at the Xbox Developer Direct and look at next generation machine on 25th anniversary?
I don't know if they'll have a look.
Cheers to all and good weekend.
I think we've done the surprises for the Dev Direct, like in the Dev Direct section. We've discussed everything we think will be there. I've long said that I think either at Summer Showcase or during some 25th anniversary show, they'll do a Project Scorpio style reveal for what they envisage the next round of hardware to be. But I don't think it's this year. I think it's 2027. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but...
As in
Jez
the
has said
reveal
he
or the
always
release?
thought the release was 2027.
The hardware release comes out into but like they did with Scorpio with the Xbox One X, they showed it the year before and then they released it the next year.
The Series X.
That's what I'm saying. So for the 25th anniversary, I would expect a tease or a hint or a reveal. Say, here's a little bit of a glimpse of our future. You know, on the 25th anniversary, I would expect something like that.
And then the Xbox Ally review from the Guardian, was it? Where they had the video and Jason Ronald was there and he talked about how they're going to talk about the future of Xbox in relation to the anniversary. So,
Yeah. Sotonist in the chat. Project
Project
Scorpio. Project Copilot.
Copilot.
Xbox Copilot.
God.
That's what it's going to be.
I know.
you
It
see
is, isn't
the
it?
whole thing about how
we
they
joke, but it is.
renamed Office, and it's like they renamed it a year ago, and it was 365 for a while before that.
Yeah. But they're probably going to call it the Xbox Copilot, aren't they?
No.
You don't reckon? I think they
No.
might.
Not
I
a-
reckon Satya might be like, yeah, man. And put the Copilot logo there instead of the Xbox logo. Could you imagine?
The pain. Oh.
At least when it was Cortana.
Scalox in the chat. Xbox 365.
Oh, yeah. Hey, I actually don't mind that as an option. I don't mind that one. That's actually okay. Because at least then you're evoking the 360. I don't mind that. It's actually okay. That's clever. Xbox 365.
God.
That's
Ships
cool.
with Excel, Word, and PowerPoint included.
Teams and
Student
Copilot.
application.
And just exclusive to the Xbox 365, Copilot will be called Cortana again.
Yeah. Oh, man.
That'd be cool.
Fucking Microsoft.
And the Xbox has a mic in it, so everyone could go, "Hey, Cortana," and just yell into their controller. Because that sounds fantastic on PlayStation 5 when I can hear the fucking kids next door, my son and his mates, all just yelling into their dual sensors. Fucking, oh my God. It's insane. It was the worst thing Sony did. But yeah. I think that's it, isn't it? That's
the
answered,
forum, yeah.
Right?
Like I say, John, I think our new setup's working. We haven't lost most of our viewership for once.
Yeah, it's nice.
I mean, we were at like 270 or more earlier.
No, it was like 220 at max.
No, I saw it. I saw it at like
200 watching though, and only 90 likes. There's 110 thumbs out there. Like, what's going on? Get those likes in there, people. Xbox Slop pilot.
Oh, what if they just call it SLOPBOX 360?
SLOPBOX 365. That's it. That's the name. Powered by Copilot with an asterisk. I love it.
And then the intro is just some AI generated on the fly fucking intro. And it all glitches out and has weird hands and fingers.
And it tries to spell Xbox, but it can't, so it's just like a mishmash of stupid letters.
XOBX. XOBX. And like each letter has a different font. Oh shit. Oh my God. We laugh, but it probably will happen. Oh fuck. Oh my God. Oh fuck. I love it. SLOPBOX. That's such a good name.
Alright, moving on to the forum.
How to the
I
forum?
think nobody in chat laughed. Sorry.
That's okay. We laughed. Okay. Jizzy brother. Happy podcast 296. Jez cracked me up last week when he finally heard Nick say "no," and the poor guy seems so lost that he often says that. So this is for him and any of his fellow Aussies if they really don't recognise the intrusive R sound many of them make. Australians tend to add an R due to a feature of their non-rhotic accent where an R sound appears between words ending in a vowel and words starting with a vowel, creating a smoother flow. And yes, I totally googled that and am also a victim of non-rhotic accents. I hope the word's rhotic. I've never seen that word before. As I do the typical Massachusetts thing where I drop the R in certain words. For example, car, I pronounce car. Jess never did. He made a great effort to avoid the Boston accent. This week's question is for Jess. Bro, you've been down in Florida for a long time. What habits have you picked up or needed to work hard to avoid picking up down there?
Why don't you answer, Nick, since you never get to talk?
I didn't say you couldn't answer the question. I just said I've hardly talked this episode.
These two hate each other
say
so
that every
much.
episode, though. It's a lie.
No.
Every episode.
No.
Generally in an area that's not super rural, it's more city, so there's less southern drawl and stuff. So I don't think I picked up anything outside of I forget what it's like to live in an actual climate that has 4 seasons instead of having hot summer and cool summer, and it just rotates between them because it is tropical down here.
I would love that.
Yeah, it sucks because it's also unbelievably humid.
Yeah, humidity's not the best.
No, and also when it does actually get cold, it's way worse than up north because it's so humid. Like a dry cold, it sucks, but you can layer against it. A wet cold goes through all your clothes no matter what and just makes you want to die.
Interesting.
We've had the worst summer here. Despite all the bushfires, which we are in the middle of. It smells like barbecue outside because of the massive bushfires. It just smells like burning everywhere in Melbourne at the moment. Because I'm sure you'll appreciate this, John, but on Wednesday it was 45 degrees Celsius.
Oh, yeah.
And on Friday it was 43.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh. Just
it was
put me
so
out on
hot.
a stone out there and just sizzle away.
It's, yes.
You won't love it
very
when
hot.
you can't find food or anything anymore because the whole world's burning. Not to bring the podcast down.
But it's only those 2 days. Outside of that, it's been a very cold summer. Like, it's been a shithouse summer this year. Like, today is only, right now outside, it's only like 18. Which is fucking ridiculous. 18 in January. That is a fucking joke.
Sad face.
Yeah, I think it was hotter here today. I think it was in the 20s.
Yeah. Probably. Yeah.
We have a super sticker. I called out
Yes,
that
from
no one was
Anorexic.
laughing. But I was talking about chat. And so now there is laughing in chat with his laughing super sticker. Thank you. Anorexic.
Yep.
See?
And Didact Brew said he's laughing as well.
I don't see a sticker.
And Mort.
Again, no sticker.
I've never seen that sticker before. That's an interesting sticker. But yeah, I can't even remember the last time I saw an 18 in January. So cold. Next question. Didact 3. Hello, gentlemen. Got a nice birthday present in the confirmation of a deep dive of Fable at Dev Direct. While the game could still end up delayed, like Avowed was even after showing at a Direct, it's still a great sign that the game is coming. But will the release be before Gears of War E-Days since it's absent at the event? A summer release for Fable sounds like a good idea. P.S. I see that John is excited for Fable while not being a big RPG/open world guy. Is the exception the Brit Flair? I'm sure Fable will be covered in icons on a big map like Forza Horizon is.
Yeah, we spoke a little bit about that. Like, I'm hoping that it keeps the accessibility of the old school Fable games with perhaps a little bit more depth, but is just a cool, like, reimagination of Albion. But yeah, I'm excited. We'll see how it all plays out. I might get really bored. Do we think that it will release in the summer before Gears of War E-Day?
No.
It's a good question. You reckon
don't.
after, like September-ish, something like that?
September, October. But I have no idea. But also, it would be a very bad
Interesting.
review if you got bored, so I hope you don't.
Yeah.
Bored reviews are the worst. They're the hardest to do if you're just bored with something.
Yep.
The exception is because it's Xbox. That's why John's okay with it being a big open world RPG.
Yeah.
Because
I'm a
it's
big
Xbox.
fucking fanboy.
Yeah, that's why. Me, still not interested. Thank you. Forza Horizon 6, though, oh boy.
But if it was like Zelda, as you said earlier, that Fable is Xbox's Zelda. If it was more Zelda than like anything done previously, would that not interest you still?
Well, no, because look at what Zelda's become now. An open world.
Okay, but what if it
thing.
channeled old school Zelda?
Yes. If it channeled old Zelda, then I'm interested. If it's open world like new Zelda, then no. Because I've go and look up my time played on Tears of the Kingdom. I've barely touched it. Comparatively to previous
Fair
Zeldas.
enough.
Although I think it turns out I've still put about 30 hours into Tears of the Kingdom. But I felt like I've done nothing in that game. It's just not... Like, I complete Zeldas religiously. I have not completed Tears of the Kingdom. It's been like 2 years.
Fair enough.
The open world thing, man, fuck. It's too much.
Well, doing it back-to-back was too much. The nice thing about Zelda generally is how much it changes up in between games.
This one did not.
Yeah.
It was it felt like a really good Breath of the Wild remake.
It could have just been DLC. Like, seriously.
Wow, John's going noir.
Next question. MG. For the Xbox Direct, I look forward to seeing the Fallout 3 and New Vegas remastered games in the Direct. But otherwise, I hope the Xbox Direct would be a good show. But here is my silly question is this. Let's say if you gents go golfing with Happy,
Gilmore?
who would win in a fist fight, you gents or him in that silly scenario? In fact, have you gents been golfing before and played golf? Because I did. Pretty fun sport. Also, I do like the Happy Gilmore too, though it depends how good sequels are. Though not every sequel is going to be better than its predecessor, like Black Phone 2. So yeah, one of those things. But your gents scenario on Gilmore?
I feel like I just had a stroke.
That question is wild. That started as the Dev Direct, and then we led to golf and Happy Gilmore. So
I have never been golfing. I would beat up Adam Sandler because he's very rich and now he's weak. And I'm poor and angry. And Happy Gilmore 2 sucked.
John?
I wouldn't really want to fight Adam Sandler. I don't like any of his movies, predominantly. So, and I've never golfed. So, yeah. I think, is that answering that question? I honestly don't
know what the question was.
I have played golf. It's actually one of the rare sports I'm genuinely terrible at. It doesn't matter how many times I practice, go to the driving range, whatever. I am not good at golf, and it's the only sport I just can't seem to be competent at, and I don't know why. Happy Gilmore 2, we talked about it on a Patreon exclusive Sick and Nick's Flicks.
We all loved it.
Go and check it out. I liked Happy Gilmore 2. I thought it was, considering that most of these many years later sequels are fucking terrible, I actually thought they did an okay job with Happy Gilmore. It wasn't amazing, like the original, but I thought they did a pretty good job, all things being equal, with Happy Gilmore 2. Yes, Darth Monkey, Wedding Singer, absolute fucking classic movie. I rewatch that with my wife a lot.
I wish people wouldn't bring up movies.
Wedding Singer is amazing. As to what else did Hytham ask? Yeah, Fallout 3 in New Vegas. They're not happening, right?
They're not at the Dev Direct.
No, not Dev Direct.
No, not at all. Who would win in a fist fight, though? Adam Sandler now, or Adam Sandler during Happy Gilmore?
During Happy Gilmore would be a good fight.
Yeah, like Adam Sandler now, I'd fucking equalize him.
He's a little taller than both of you.
So, what's height got to do with the price of fish?
John's a tiny little
shorter
man, and he's scared of
I have no interest in fighting Adam Sandler.
That's
Yeah,
why
but
you lose.
like Mike Tyson was shorter
But
than
it's also
all
you're
of
not
his
fighting
opponents.
Adam Sandler, you're fighting Happy Gilmore. And Happy Gilmore got his ass kicked by Bob Barker.
That's right. Price is wrong, bitch.
Now, you're not fighting Adam Sandler, you're fighting the character Happy Gilmore, who killed his wife with a golf shot in the sequel.
Yeah.
Strong man.
Yeah. I still think I'd kick his ass. I might break my wrists in the process. I have feeble wrists.
And
Sadly.
chicken legs.
I am working on it. Yeah, but my legs are strong, though. It's my wrists that are weak.
That
My legs are
surprises me.
freakishly strong. Why?
People have always told me you're limp-wristed.
Why?
I imagine
maybe-
you do that a lot, bro.
Mate, obviously I don't. Obviously I don't do it enough.
I'm
Clearly, I don't.
surprised. That's
Constant
why I'm
motion can
surprised.
hurt your ligaments. He might have strong forearms, but the wrist itself, not good.
Yeah. I do exercises at the gym in an attempt to strengthen my wrists. And maybe it is just strengthening my forearm, because my forearms are like full on and really veiny.
Wasn't wrist? It's
I
more
would
about
like
your
to see them at the
tendons
gym.
and
How do you strengthen your wrist, though? What exercises would you do to strengthen
probably
your
like
wrists?
tendon loosening. exercises, I would imagine. I don't know.
I don't know.
I've just
Neither
always
do
been
I.
naturally strumph, except for everything hurts now. Because I'm old.
No, I'm okay, and I'm older.
We could all beat up Shooter McGavin.
Yeah.
McGavin.
We could take him.
Next question. 99 Rukin. Hey everyone, how are you doing today? I have 2 questions, but don't worry, the first is just a yes or no. The question is, the rumored StarCraft shooter, is that supposed to be the one we heard earlier about being made by Nexon? The one they're supposedly partnered with Blizzard when they won the bidding war?
We should answer that before we go on with the rest of it. I would say they only won the bidding war like last year. So it'd be really... If it is that, we won't see it for like 3 years. But I don't think any of us know.
Yeah, no idea. Sorry.
Don't look in your DMs.
No, I'm not. My wife is messaging me while she's out shopping.
Yeah.
So I needed to reply while she's out there. My second question, even though I ask and you talk about it before, and Nick agree with me, Respawn to be acquired by Xbox, and you guys talk about BioWare being acquired by CDPR, I want to know what happens if EA can't pay back the 20 billion debt, and what will PIF do once they acquire EA? Will they close down studios, sell off studios, the ones they don't care about, and don't fit their beliefs and agenda? And last, does it stop at EA because they already own SNK? Thoughts? Why do all of today's questions sound like they were asked by Hytham? Almost all of them.
So we're talking about EA is acquired by the Saudi Arabia consortium. Respawn is acquired by Xbox. BioWare gets acquired by CDPR. What happens if EA in general, after that acquisition, can't pay back the silly money debt? And what will Saudi Arabia's consortium of people do once they've acquired EA? Will they close down studios that don't align with their beliefs and agendas?
There's a bad thing with EA where they pretty much sold, allegedly, supposedly, they've pretty much sold the Saudis on cutting all their costs down thanks to AI. And we all know that's not going to happen. So I would assume they just start shutting studios down.
It's going to be bad.
They won't sell
Probably.
IP because IP is too valuable. They will just cut studios because it's a lot easier. It's a break class in case of being an Andrew Wilson robot.
It's not going to be good.
And PIF is the Sony Public Investment Fund, which supposedly is also now kind of short of money.
So Sony or Saudi?
Oh, Saudi. Sorry, yeah. Oh, that's going to get flipped.
I'm thinking Sony.
Saudi.
What? Look, my hope would be that rather than closing down studios, others would pick them up.
But a lot of times the studios aren't worth it if you don't get their IP.
Yeah, I know. But I'd like to see Microsoft maybe save... I mean, I don't think Respawn would go because Respawn's probably the one that's doing all the heavy lifting for EA. But BioWare, hopefully. Oh my god. BioWare... I wouldn't be surprised if Microsoft has inquired about BioWare before. Maybe not that long ago. But yeah.
But if you don't get their IP, and they're not worth much. That's what always happens with the Warner Brothers studios. You're not getting the rights to make Batman, and you're not getting their rights to Game of Thrones and Harry Potter and stuff. It's just not going to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, Oreo does have a very loud bark. He goes, and it drives me insane.
Last question. Good old Collingwood.
Last question.
2026 marks the 25th anniversary of the online browser-based fantasy RPG RuneScape. Did you play it back in the day, and are you still playing it now?
Nope.
No.
Jess, did you play RuneScape?
I've
No,
never
none
played
of
a
us played
second of
RuneScape.
Wow,
Wow.
none of us have. None of us have played RuneScape. I've heard of RuneScape. Let me just Google it.
Played by 800 or 700 and something thousand people a month still.
Oh, wow. Look at that. Is that really what it looks like?
Yeah, you play it in a web browser. It's not going to look great.
Well, you'd think with how much RAM web browsers use, it would look amazing. Web
Single
browsers
tabs
use
get
more RAM
limited.
than fucking... Web browsers use more fucking RAM than video games do. Halo 4 is running on 512 mega RAM. And yet you can't access the Halo website in less than 512 mega RAM.
That was another thing Jez said we forgot. Complete rework of the Xbox app because it's too heavily dependent on web calls, like pulling information from the internet every time.
Yeah, I'll believe that when I see it.
That's what he said. He said you'll see
Like I
it.
said, I'll believe that when I see it. I don't trust Microsoft to get that shit right.
I mean, Xbox can.
We'll see.
They're better at Windows than probably Windows is. That's my only hope, is the fact that they're allowed to go in and do the lightest of things. I know right now the full screen experience is essentially just giving you an idea of what they're going for, but like it's already an improvement, and hopefully they figure it out.
Sotness goes, why would I need a browser when Copilot can just tell me what's on the internet?
On the SLOPBOX 365.
The SLOPBOX 365. We've got to make it happen. I'm going to email Phil.
It's just going to be
Phil,
gaming for Copilot, but that's the name of the actual hardware. There
yeah.
oh shit! $1 from good on Collingwood, a belated pet for your doggo, because I was petting the dog. Thank you. What are you going to email
Copilot?
Phil?
I'm going to email Phil saying, call it the SLOPBOX 365.
He's like, I'm not allowed to talk to you anymore. I can't be on episode 300. Stop emailing me.
I want that name so bad now. SLOPBOX.
We'll brand it. We'll build it ourselves. Kickstarter.
Yeah,
The
that's
console
SLOPBOX.
running on Copilot.
You build it in Bing image generation, and then just 3D print whatever it looks like.
Use Copilot to do the blueprints. Say, hey Copilot, give me a blueprint of.
Teach me how to make a fab for processors.
Hang on, let me see what Copilot has to say about this. Here we go. Microsoft Copilot. Hey Copilot, design me a console with slogans called the SLOPBOX 365 with Copilot. Go. Let's see what it says.
Speaking of sad
Absolutely,
AI things,
John.
Oh.
Let's build. This is what it says. Let's build the legend that should exist. The SLOPBOX 365 with Copilot, a console so confident it doesn't just compete, it slops the competition. Here we go. The concept design, the core identity, a bold, slightly chaotic, proudly overpowered entertainment machine that blends high-performance gaming, creative tools, a playful, self-aware personality, and Copilot baked into the operating system as your co-strategist, co-designer, and co-troublemaker. Think of it as the console that refuses to be normal. Hardware aesthetic. A matte black shell.
Refuses to be normal. All I can think of is that meme. Why won't you be normal?
Bro.
And there's a Copilot logo over the
It gets better. It gets better. Oh, this is genuinely what it says. I will screenshot this and put this in the Discord. Look and feel. A matte black shell with iridescent accents that shifts between neon green and deep purple. A front-facing LED strip that pulses when Copilot is thinking. A top vent shaped like a swirling vortex because the SLOPBOX doesn't cool air, it dominates it. Wait for it. Optional slop mode lighting that flickers like retro CRT having an existential crisis. The controller, the Slop Pad 365, asymmetric sticks, haptic feedback tuned to slop intensity, a dedicated Copilot button that summons me instantly, and a hidden Easter egg button that triggers a random slop slogan.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, it's got the software personality. The slogans, right? Here are the slogans. All right, this is it. I won't go on too far. This is the slogans now. Here we go. The power slogans. The SLOPBOX 365, where power meets pure nonsense. Performance so smooth, it's basically liquid. Powered by Copilot, fueled by Slop.
That is the best one.
Gaming slogans.
That is the best.
Play harder, slop smarter. Games run better when they're slopped. Your KD ratio just got Copilot boosted. And there's some more. Copilot inside, regret outside. Oh my god. Fucking hell.
I hate AI so much.
Oh my god, I love that. Powered by Copilot, fueled by Slop. Oh shit.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And the console just makes its own games. Just on the fly, it just makes AI generated games. Oh, fucking hell. Refuses to be normal.
This is what we have to worry about taking all the jobs.
It's self-aware. Oh, shit.
I'm cooking
The next
something.
episode. The next episode has to be called the SLOPBOX 365. We have to do a whole episode about it. Oh,
my god.
oh my god.
Sorry, everyone. I've just lost it now.
Refuses to be normal, man. That was the best.
Oh,
Oh,
god.
fuck.
Okay.
Give me a sec.
Yes.
I got something I want to show you. Hold on.
Oh my god. Oh shit. Refuses
Shall I ask?
to be
Shall I ask
normal.
Copilot to show me what it would look like?
You should.
Do you want to see? Do you want to see?
Can you please
Show
design
me.
the box?
What?
Oh fuck.
All right.
The slot.
I made this for you,
box?
Nick.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's exactly right. That when it says it refuses to be normal, that's Copilot. Oh shit. That is exactly that's the irony of it. It's completely self-aware. Oh my god. What did it design, John?
Oh, you know
You're
the
muted.
pitch. I get the pitch music off.
Copilot muted him.
A Copilot tried to
Still
unmute him, but it
muted.
fucked it up.
He's
It's-
still muted.
It's doing the generation now, but it's forging the ultimate slop machine. It says so. I mean, they're cheating a little bit here. They've taken a Series X, but they've put some branding on it.
And you know what we should do? We should then get Grok
To make it
to put it
naked,
in a bikini.
give this slop box some giant knockers.
hey, Grok, put the SLOPBOX 365 in a bikini from this angle. You gotta
Show
add
off
the
them cheeks.
from this angle. Oh shit.
Okay,
Oh
here
my
it is.
God.
Here is the SLOPBOX 365. It's going into the main Discord general chat.
Oh shit. The
Powered by
general chat.
Copilot, rusted by Slop.
Wow. Resetera does
my
not allow
God.
linear threads now, John. Just by the way.
Holy shit.
Why?
The
'Cause they did that one
SLOPBOX
positive Xbox
365
story.
on the image. I don't know if you want to show it, Jesse.
I'm
It's
showing
in
it.
the
Just a
Discord.
Series X.
But look at the
It's just a
typos.
Series X.
Look at the typos. Like, it's taken its own text. It says performance so smooth, it's basically
Basically,
tickwid.
Tickwid. Powered by
Tickwid? No, that's
Copilot,
Tickwirl.
rusted by Stop. It's rusted by Stop.
Play harder, steps Maria.
Steps Maria.
Copyot inside.
Copyot inside.
Regret outside. But then it says it correctly below. Copilot inside, regret outside. And then on the controller, it's got an extra M button for some reason and says Coplook.
And the A is just like an arrow pointing up instead of the letter A. So it is a literal slot box. Oh my
It's
god.
perfect.
The top looks cool. It's got a glowing Xbox logo.
It's not even a
Holy
proper
shit.
Xbox
No,
logo.
it's that same arrow that's on the A button.
Yeah. Oh my god. Copy.
This is like looking at one of John's reviews before I've gone through it and fixed up all the grammar.
This is so like, good lord, it's a
my
thing of
God.
beauty.
AI is
Rusted
not
by
stealing anyone's
Copilot.
jobs.
Powered by Copilot, rusted by Stop.
All right.
Oh
Well,
my god.
My head,
honestly,
my head hurts.
I needed that. I needed that laugh today. That was
Oh shit.
that was fucking great.
That
I
was
hope you
the
all
best.
enjoyed this slop-powered episode.
Hey, I got rid of our
Xbox Era
AI music.
podcast.
Rusted by Stop.
We'll be back on Tuesday with headlines, Thursday as well. But thank you everybody, for hanging out and
Yeah.
making this a very funny, very silly episode.
Oh my god.
There's a lot
Can
coming
we
this
just
month.
rename the episode to the SLOPBOX? and
SLOPBOX
just have
365.
this?
Man. Nah, I gotta take that image. We'll make the thumbnail for next week and call it SLOPBOX 365. 'Cause there'll probably be no news anyway.
There's always
So
news.
we'll just call it.
You
There's
just don't
always
care
news.
I
about
reckon we
most of the
should-
news.
I reckon we should spend an entire episode designing the SLOPBOX 365.
Like what power it has.
Get the
With
get the
Copilot.
chat involved. Get the chat involved. Fucking, we put it all together. Put together a marketing campaign, Kickstarter, like the
Beautiful.
whole lot.
Why is my
AI
display in
powered
front of my camera?
SLOPBOX.
The hell? Oh,
Okay.
Oh my god, it refuses to be normal. Yeah, we know.
I wonder if you can find what original pitch that was tied to, because I've done that before with AI, where you can just see exactly what it cribbed from. Like, what has refused to be normal? Like a Mountain Dew.
Copilot. Copilot has. That's the thing. It's
man.
totally self-aware.
I'm not afraid of
God,
AI
that was
taking
so
jobs.
funny.
People are going to lose
No, that's
jobs to AI, but it's really just their normal headcount reduction.
Yes. It's not actually AI that is doing the job so well that they don't need people. That's not how people are going to lose their jobs. Because AI can't spell English. So how's it going to replace someone's job if it can't even spell?
It loves mixing English and Cyrillic for some reason.
Yeah. Oh my god.
It's right. So it offered at the end of the SLOPBOX 365 creation routine to sketch out a full marketing campaign, a mock-up of the UI, a launch day game lineup, and a full lore backstory for why it's called the SLOPBOX.
God.
I have asked it to just go ahead and give me all of those things.
It's just, man, it's crazy. They're such bullshit machines. Like, it's crazy the crap it will hallucinate. And then you get people who are like, we didn't talk about it like CES or anything like that, but there's like the multiple NVIDIA and another company like your AI companion cube, and it's this little fucking
Yeah, I saw that.
holographic AI, and all it does is like talk
Yeah.
to you and look at what you're doing.
The
None of
Handheld
them do
Razer
anything
style thing.
useful. Razer had one, and Razer had one that was stupid, but another company had one that's like your AI soulmate, and it's meant to be your fucking AI girlfriend or boyfriend or whatever.
Yeah.
Like,
Holy
Oh
shit.
shit. That's so
Yeah.
funny.
let's keep going, John. What did it say?
It's still generating the user interface of the SLOPBOX. It's bad.
Oh
Makes
my
sense when it comes to Xbox.
That's it. That's the end of the show.
The end of all things.
Thanks to everyone who joined us and hung around. Still 160 of you watching.
Yeah.
We will be back next week.
with you.
With me next week.
Yeah.
Yep.
Then you're
But
gone.
the week after, no.
Yeah, you missed. So
I
you
will be
missed.
in Sydney.
Is that the Deb Direct one you missed? That's sad.
Yes, I do. I missed this.
Oh God.
What?
Yeah, your digital move on your camera always looks weird.
Yeah.
So the launch games, Jesse, please put it up on the screen. the launch games for this wonderful console. It's football marketing slogans. Woo power, Caspon Nordens. But we've got the SLOPBOX 365 launch day game lineup as Chaos Storm, Fantash, and Overfall. Now with 37% more slop.
Overfall.
Well, I want to know, John,
Overfall.
why is it called the SLOPBOX? Can you let me know?
It says it's called a SLOPBOX because a legend, Son Sevkalite, is the coolest name in existence for a console. Overkill as default setting.
Default setting
Default.
with one T. With one T.
Seating.
Oh my god.
And then it's a completely different console in the picture than what the actual slot
look
box.
in the top right. Look in the top right at the UI. Slot box. Asked. Coplot. Blame. Coipflot. I'm like, what?
Holy shit.
There's another game in there too. There's Faf Dessner.
Yeah. Deschner. Faf Deschner.
Ignoring the bad image, the real lore behind why it's called the SLOPBOX. Long ago in the year 2025, a team of rogue engineers and sarcastic designers gathered in a neon-lit basement. Their goal, to build a console that defied logic, convention, and good taste. They named it SLOPBOX, not because it was messy, but because it was too powerful to be clean. It slopped over boundaries. It slopped through expectations. It slopped into your dreams. Copilot was added as the final ingredient, not to guide, but to provoke. Together, they created a machine that hums, glows, and judges your cable management. Why 365? Because slop never sleeps.
Oh, look at the text now on the side of the image. Slotbox 3000.
Power.
Woo, power. Caspone.
Nor
dance. Why?
And then it goes full Greek. That looks
Konop Amarts.
Holy fucking God.
Pruin to Conva. Norn for of he. Play barter. Kodpa amarts.
Oh my god.
Kapnud produch.
And like small towns are being destroyed for this. Like fucking
Who
hell.
needs water?
Oh shit.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And
It's
people
the
are
best
worried
thing
that
we've
that's
ever
going
made.
to that's going to replace their job. Oh my god.
Okay, right, that's
Holy
it. We're
shit.
slopping ourselves out of here.
Yeah.
Ciao for now, everyone.
Ciao for now. Slop for now.